Live from the Maverik Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies hockey. As tonight's the first of a two-game series between the Grizzlies and the Tahoe Knight Monsters. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the first ever meeting between the Grizzlies and the Knight Monsters, as these teams will meet 9 times during the regular season. We're going to have a lot of fun here tonight, and we'll get to know this Tahoe Knight Monsters roster. It does not only has a lot of players that aren't former Grizzlies. There are only a few players that have played against the Grizzlies, so it should be an interesting one here tonight and this weekend. It's the first road game in Tahoe Knight Monsters history, so a little bit of history here at Maverik Center tonight, and it should be a ton of fun as Tahoe is led by Luke Adam, who is a former NHL player. He played in 87 games with the Buffalo Sabres. He actually had a pretty decent year in Buffalo, where he scored 10 goals and 10 assists. And so he's a name to watch out for. Grizzlies fans are certainly familiar with Logan Nelson, who's public enemy number one among Grizzlies fans' eyes, as he was outstanding for Rapid City against the Grizzlies over the last 3 years. For Utah, they are 3-2 this season. They have won 3 of their last 4 games. They had a 3-game winning streak come to an end on Saturday night, as last Saturday they lost 6-4 to the Allen Americans. Utah, as we mentioned, 3-2 on the season, but they lost Neil Shea earlier this week as he was reassigned to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Shea has a goal in all 5 games this season with Utah. Maybe he'll be in the Colorado lineup tonight and do some damage for the Eagles. I believe they're taking on the San Jose Barracuda. Luke Manning's been outstanding this year as he leads Utah, and he leads all league rookies with 6 assists on the season. So watch out for Luke Manning. My pick to click is going to be Cameron Buell. Watch out for Cameron Buell tonight. Everybody make your pick to click, as Dude's going to be the player of the game for the Grizzlies as they take on Tahoe for the first time ever. Well, looks like the crowd is starting to file in here to Maverik Center. It's Pucks and Pups here, the promotion formerly known as Pooch on the Pond. You can bring your dog to the game. You got to purchase a ticket for your dog and sit in those special dog sections that are just behind me over my left shoulder. It's going to be a fun one here tonight. If you're in the West Valley area, come on out and join us, as we got some good hockey in store. The Grizzlies will take on the Tahoe Knight Monsters in about 15 minutes from now. When we come back, we'll talk about the last time the Utah Grizzlies faced a team that played their home games in the state of Nevada. It was the Las Vegas Wranglers, and it was back in 2014, and there was really a wacky story that happened the last time Utah faced a team from the state of Nevada. We're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, as we'll talk about that 2014 game on the other side. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more from Les.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face off in about 15 minutes from now as the Grizzlies take on the Tahoe Knight Monsters for the first time ever. Tahoe is one of 2 expansion franchises in the league this year. The Grizzlies will face the Bloomington Bison later on the season. Bloomington, the other new franchise, that'll be a 3-game set over in Bloomington on January 17th, 18th, and 19th. Well, the last time the Grizzlies faced a team that played their home games in the state of Nevada, it turned out to be a crazy one, as it was April 9th of 2014, and it spilled over into April 10th of 2014. Grizzlies are playing a pretty routine game. The first 2 periods lasted 2 hours and 1 minute. The score was tied at 1 after 2 periods, as Danik Paquette scored a second period goal for the Grizzlies. The problem, there were some ice issues here at Maverik Center, and the ice issues were so much that they couldn't keep playing after 2 periods. So they suspended the game and resumed it the next day at 11 a.m. over at the Olympic Oval in Kearns. Well, David Valerani scored 10:09 into the third period in what was a very quick-moving third frame, and the Grizzlies ended up defeating the Las Vegas Wranglers 2-1. Utah outshot Las Vegas 42-20 in that game. And in that one, David Valerani had 1 goal and 1 assist, and he was the number one star. Charlie Soro had 2 assists for the Grizzlies, and Danik Paquette also added a goal, which came in the second period, which was here at Maverik Center. And then Valerani scored in the third period over at the Olympic Oval. The goaltender for Utah that night was Aaron Dell. Aaron Dell, that's right, the former NHLer who's currently playing with the Wichita Thunder. Dell played many seasons with the San Jose Sharks. He had a couple of really good campaigns, in particular the 2016-2017 season with San Jose, where he had a .931 save percentage. He also had a .922 save percentage in his first full NHL season, which came with San Jose back in the 2016-2017 season. Yeah, Grizzlies could face Aaron Dell a couple weeks from now, as Utah will face the Wichita Thunder in a 3-game set at Intrust Bank Arena on November 20th, 21st, and 22nd. My memories of that game, well, I was working at 1320 K-Fan. I was working in the producer's room, and we just happened to carry Grizzlies games at that time. And so 11 a.m. hit there on that weekday, and we played the Grizzlies game, and we got at least 5 calls from people complaining, wondering why we weren't broadcasting the Jim Rome show, and instead we're broadcasting Utah Grizzlies hockey. We had to apologize for everybody, and luckily it was a quick-moving third period, and we were able to resume normal programming with the Jim Rome show that day. That's my memory of the last time the Grizzlies faced a team that played their home games in the state of Nevada. It was the Las Vegas Wranglers, where Utah won on April 9th/10th. It was a 2-1 final score. Well, hopefully we'll have a smoother 3-period session here tonight as the Grizzlies take on the Tahoe Knight Monsters, who are affiliated with the Vegas Golden Knights and the Henderson Silver Knights. Now, my suggestion was, if you're going to have the Golden Knights, Silver Knights, that the ECHL franchise should definitely be the Bronze Knights, but they decided to go with the Knight Monsters instead. When we come back, we'll give you the starting lineups for both teams as we're in business on a Saturday night, and you're listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. Let's go over the starting lineups for both teams. First, for the visiting Tahoe Knight Monsters, who are led by Alex Lowe, who's a former coach of the Adirondack Thunder. Lowe also coached about half the season with the Savannah Ghost Pirates last year, where he had a record of 16-12-3. Overall, coming into this season, Lowe had a record of 102, 106, and 29. He does have 3 games of head coaching experience against the Grizzlies, and that was as the coach of the Adirondack Thunder, and that was in November of 2021. Adirondack won 2 of the 3 games in a series, so he is 2-1 all-time against Utah. It is his first trip to Maverik Center. Tahoe's got a record of 3-1-1. It's their first road game of their franchise's history. They played 2 games against the Jacksonville Icemen, and then they had a 3-game set against the Idaho Steelheads. Starting in net for Tahoe is Dylan Myskiw. That's right, his name is Myskiw, M-Y-S-K-I-W. The Grizzlies are hoping for some Myskiws tonight. He is making his professional debut. Myskiw is a native of Winnipeg, Manitoba, 6'1", 174 pounds. He played in the Western Hockey League for quite a while. Obviously just recently signed with Tahoe in 85 games at the WHL level. He had a record of 43, 21, and 9. He had a .902 save percentage and 2.87 goals against average. He was even a pretty good postseason goaltender in 24 WHL playoff games. Miskew had a record of 12, 9, and 1. He started the season on a PTO with the Kalamazoo Wings. He was released from Kalamazoo, kind of similar to Cameron Buell, and Miskew found a home with the Tahoe Knight Monsters, and we'll see what happens here tonight, as after his WHL career, he did play at the University of Western Ontario over the last 3 years. Last year at Western Ontario in 21 games had a 3.74 goals against average and 896 save percentage. Western Ontario, kind of interestingly enough, is the same college that the newest member of the Grizzlies. Today, Utah signed forward Reed Morrison. He's not in the lineup tonight. Hopefully he'll make his Grizzlies debut somewhere down the road, but Morrison played at the University of Western Ontario, and so he might have a little bit of a scouting report on the Tahoe starting goaltender tonight, and that's Dylan Miskew, who's 6'1" and 174 pounds. The starting forwards are Tahoe's top forward line. Troy Loggins, in 5 games this year, has 2 goals and 1 assist. He'll be wearing number 9, no relation to Kenny Loggins. As Troy Loggins, a native of Huntington Beach, California, is 5'10" and 170 pounds. We kind of fumbled talking about Luke Adams' resume. 90 NHL games for the Tahoe captain. He'll be wearing number 19. He's the starting center for the Knight Monsters. 90 NHL games. He actually had a pretty decent NHL year with the Buffalo Sabres in the 2011-2012 season, where he had 10 goals and 10 assists in 52 games. Adam is 34 years old, and he's got all sorts of pro experience. He recently played in Slovakia last year and had 5 goals and 8 assists in 21 games. So watch out for Luke Adam, the Tahoe captain. He'll be wearing number 19. He has 1 goal and 1 assist in 5 games. And we mentioned the Grizzly killer, Logan Nelson. He's really the one guy that Grizzlies fans are familiar with on the other side. This is the 43rd game in Nelson's pro career against Utah, and he has had quite a bit of success against the Grizzlies, in particular in 25 games with Rapid City over the last 3 years, where he has 26 points, 9 goals, and 17 assists. In the 42 games against the Grizzlies all time, Nelson has 10 goals and 24 assists. So that's starting forwards for Tahoe: Troy Loggins, Luke Adam, and Logan Nelson. The starting defensive pairing: Artur Cholach is wearing number 49. He's 6'1", 198 pounds. He has 1 goal in 1 game. He actually scored the first goal in Tahoe Knight Monsters history, and he hasn't played since. It's his 2nd game with the Knight Monsters, and he'll be paired up with Brennan Kapchek. Kapchek is 5'9", 160 pounds. He has 1 goal and 2 assists in 5 games. Kapchek will be wearing number 96 for Tahoe tonight, and he is 28 years old. So that's the starting lineup for Tahoe. We'll get to their roster a little bit. There is one former Grizzly on Tahoe's roster, and that's Ryan Orgel, who played in 2 games with the Grizzlies in the 2021-22 season. If you're looking for a key for tonight's game, both teams have struggled on the penalty kill, so watch out for both teams' power play units in both games in this series. And now for the starting lineup for the homestanding Utah Grizzlies. It's game 3 of 4 straight here at home. Grizzlies overall have a record of 3-2. They are 1-1 here in the friendly confines at Maverik Center as they split a 2-game series against the Allen Americans. Starting in net is Adam Scheel. It's his 6th start as a Grizzly. He is the only goaltender that's appeared in a game for Utah this year. Scheel has a record of 3-2 with a 3.54 goals against average and 885 save percentage. Scheel is 6'3" and 192 pounds, and it's his 4th full season as a pro. The defensive pairing for the Grizzlies is the captain, Gianni Fairbrother, who's been red hot. He's been about as hot as the flames. They're shooting in the air as the Grizzlies hit the ice in their white jerseys with black numbers and professional green trim. Fairbrother was a star last Saturday, even though the Grizzlies lost 6-4. As he had 2 goals and 1 assist, and he had 8 shots. Watch out for Fairbrother. He'll be wearing number 24. He's paired up with James Shearer, who has 1 assist in 5 games. Shearer is in his 2nd stint as a Grizzly. So the starting defensive pairing is Fairbrother and Shearer. We will see a lot of Derek Dashke and Brian Yoon. That defensive pairing has played at least 25 minutes per game, and Cade Jensen is going to be paired up with Kabori Dunn. And once again, Chase Harchie and Kyle Powell are the defensive scratches. So the starters are Fairbrother and Shearer. Fairbrother's got a C on his sweater. James Shearer is one of 2 assistant captains. Starting forwards for the Grizzlies. And this has been a pretty strong forward unit. They had a pretty good game last Saturday, combining on a few goals. Fickmesser has been outstanding this year. He has 3 goals and 2 assists. Both of his assists came last Saturday. He has 5 points in 5 games. He'll be wearing number 10. Luke Manning leads not only the Grizzlies, but all league rookies with 6 assists. He'll be in there. And Reed Lebster had 2 goals and 1 assist in 4 games. Watch out for Lebster. He had 1 goal and 1 assist on Saturday. So the starting forwards again are Messner, Manning, and Lebster. We will also see a lot of the top forward line tonight, which is Aaron Aragon, who's back after missing 4 games. He got hurt on opening night with a lower body injury, and he's back. He'll be lined up with Cole Gallant and Briley Wood. Wood's been pretty good as of late, as he's really coming into his own in his first season as a pro. Wood has a point in 3 of his last 4 games. So top forward line tonight will be Aragon, Gallant, and Wood. You will also see the forward line of Craig Armstrong, Cameron Buell, and Dylan Fitz. Watch out for Cameron Buell. He's my pick to click tonight. He played with Kalamazoo in training camp, which is also where the Tahoe goaltender Miscue played in training camp. So he might know a little bit about this goaltender. So Armstrong, Buell, and Fitz will be a forward line. We will also see Tyson Upper lined up with Cade Nilsson and Nick Pastorius. So that's the forwards for the Grizzlies tonight. The forward scratches are Blake Wells, who's out with an upper body injury, and Reed Morrison, who just signed today. Morrison played at the University of Western Ontario. It was actually the same spot that the Tahoe goaltender Dylan Miscue played his college hockey in. So it's going to be a ton of fun here tonight. Grizzlies and the Night Monsters. If you're in the West Valley area, come on down and enjoy some Grizzlies hockey with us. Utah's wearing a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. Tahoe's got pretty sharp-looking jerseys, a black jersey, white numbers, white lettering in the black, and a little bit of teal and gold mixed in. When we come back, we'll have face-off here at Maverik Center. It's the first ever meeting between the Grizzlies and the Night Monsters, and the first time Utah's faced a team from the state of Nevada since April 2014. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Jerry Seiner, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty. 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Tahoe Knight Monsters for the first time ever. First time since April 2014 that the Grizzlies have faced a team who play their home games in the state of Nevada. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's game 3 of 4 straight here at Maverik Center. The Grizzlies split a 2-game set against Allen last week, and they come in with a record of 3-2. Earlier this week, Neil Shea was called up to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. That's a big loss for Utah as he has a goal in all 5 games this season. Johnny Fairbrother is at center ice with former NHLer Luke Adam. Adam played in 80 NHL games. Actually, it was 90 NHL games, 87 of them with the Buffalo Sabres. Adam is 34 years old. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist this season. It'll be exciting to see him. Tahoe's got a pretty good starting forward line of Troy Loggins, Luke Adam, and Grizzlies killer Logan Nelson. Grizzlies counter with a forward line that's really been productive to start the season, and Mick Messner, along with Luke Manning and Reed Webster. It's great to have Aaron Aragon back in the Grizzlies lineup after missing 4 games with an upper body injury. He had a really good training camp, had a couple good preseason games, and he was playing pretty well in the opener when he got hurt. 2 referees tonight, Rocco Stakoviak and Ben Betker. Becker just finished up a playing career, and he's a big guy at about 6'6", and he'll drop the puck as Luke Adam will take the face-off against Utah's Luke Manning. Grizzlies will be skating in a white jersey with black numbers and professional green trim. Grizz will skate from right to left as we see it from high atop section 114. In your mind's eye, see it on YouTube as Tahoe wins the draw. Logan Nelson, right side, will bounce it off the sheer at neutral ice, so he'll pitch it ahead. It goes back over towards Tahoe as Cholach will move it ahead to the Utah line. Nelson skates in the left side. Righty shot goes over the head of Schill and off the glass. Nelson already with 1 shot as he'll skate along the far corner, try to get to Adam. Puck lifted off a stick. Reed Webster will nudge it ahead to Shearer, gets it down the middle. Shearer over the line, gets it poked away. Tahoe races across center ice. Adam steps over the line, gets it to Nelson, right side. Righty shot, sticked away by Schill, and it flies out of play off the protective netting as we get our first whistle 36 seconds into the game. So the draw will be in the Grizzlies zone. Everybody make your pick to click as to who's going to be the star of the game for the Grizzlies. I'm going with Cameron Buell. A lot of people are picking Aaron Aragon, who's out there for the first time since opening night. Cole Gallant will take the face-off, and also out there is Briley Wood, who's been pretty good as of late. He's got a point in 3 of his last 4. Unit Dashke, the defensive pairing, off the draw. Right wing shot is saved by Schill. That's taken by Simon Pinard, number 13. Simon is his first name. Simon says, I shoot and I score. That's usually what he does. He had a great year with Savannah last year. Pinard at center ice, near side, dumps it in. As Schill behind his net will let Yoon play it. Yoon will drop it off to the near corner. Aragon nearby with Dashke. Puck to the right side. Tahoe centers it. As the net gets kicked away, Tahoe couldn't get a shot off as Schill is off balance. Dashke behind Utah's net as the Grizzlies spread the ice. As puck hitting opposite to the near side, Gallant will push it ahead to Aragon. He'll move it across to Dashke, who one-hands it into Tahoe territory. Grizzlies make a line change. Tahoe pitches out to center ice. Taking the puck is Jet Jones, number 10, and he'll dump it in. Schill behind his net, throws it to the far corner. Sharp-angled shot saved by Schill. That was taken by Patrick Newell, number 14. As the puck to the near side, bounced off a Fitz skate. Fitz one-hands it towards the Utah's bench and chases after it as Fitz collides with Jake McGrew, number 15. Tahoe will pitch it to center ice. They cross center. Newell will bank it off the near boards. McGrew gets it. He gets held up by Kabori Dunn. Throws up top. Orgel, right wing, righty shot. Rebound shot and scores. Jet Jones gets his 2nd of the year. And 150 in. The Tahoe Knight Monsters get their first ever goal on road ice as they take a 1-0 lead. Former Grizzly Ryan Orgel is going to get an assist as he took the shot from the right point. Schill had to bounce off his chest, and Jet Jones was able to put it away. Jones was just battling out in front of the net with Buell and Jet Jones, who's off to a good start this season. 6'3", 216 pounds out of Alberta, 22 years old. He had 2 goals in 36 games with Savannah last year. He also spent half of last season in Henderson in the AHL. as Utah wins the draw and dumps it in. We're 2 minutes in. Tahoe leads 1-0. Fairbrother throws to the far side for Pastorius, has a glance off his stick as puck ends up at the near goal line. 2-on-2 battle as Tahoe throws it towards the near side. Anthony Collins gets hit by Shearer. Collins wearing number 48. It's the 26th time he's played against Utah. The old vet for Tahoe. As the Knight Monsters get tripped up behind their net, Collins will throw it back behind it. Tyson Upper skates towards the far corner. He feeds to the high slot for Nilsson. Back to Shearer left side. Oh, got redirected by Pastorius and a kick save by Miskew. Boy, that was a close call as Miskew, luckily for him, he's 6'1" and not 5'10", or it could be a tie game. Puck goes on to Shearer, drops it back for Nilsson. Cade Nilsson around the net. He spins around on a beautiful move. He'll skate out to neutral ice. He'll negotiate his way into the attack zone as he'll throw it to the near corner. Nilsson comes off the ice after a dazzling shift. Logan Nelson moves it across, now out towards Nate Cowan, number 26. He has a glance off his stick. Nelson battles with a couple Grizzlies. Puck moves back to center ice. Nelson will spin it around the board. She'll lets it go to the far corner. Even gets there before a Knight Monster, and he'll push it to Lebster along the far side. Lebster, rink-wide pass, connects with Messner, drops it for Dashke, lobs it deep into the Tahoe zone. Niski throws to the far corner. Grizzlies will bounce to Dashke's in the left point. He fires a shot that's redirected. It might have gone all the way towards Miskew. Puck towards the near side. Dashke battles with number 9, Troy Loggins. No relation to Kenny. Shot and a score! Dashke was in the area with Luke Manning, and the Grizzlies tied up 3.5 minutes in. Now it looks like Luke Manning gets his first of the year. Dashke took a seat over in the near circle, and Manning fired away. Luke Manning's been a great distributor this year, and he adds his first goal of the season. So the Grizzlies respond after Tahoe took the lead with 18:10 left in the first, and a minute and a half later. It's Luke Manning as they'll save that puck. That puck that Manning scored on will be auctioned off on the Dash Auction app. Draw's going to be at center ice. We're 3.5 minutes in. Boy, we've seen 2 goals already, and the chairs aren't yet warm. Draw at center ice, won by the Grizzlies. As Dunn will flub it ahead as puck near the Tahoe bench. Monsters come out with it. Knight Monsters throw it towards center ice. Dumping it in is Simon Pinard. He had a good year with Savannah last year. Dunn throws it around Utah's net. Now Jensen curls it back to Dunn, who pushes ahead looking for Gallant. And the puck goes back to neutral ice, and Tahoe will lift it back in. As puck towards the near side, Aragon pushes ahead to Gallant. Gallant at center ice, got good speed, cross the red. Now dumping in before crossing the blue. As Orgel will spin along the far side as Tahoe skating from left to right will get their way out to neutral ice. Rink wide pass to Pinard goes tape to tape. Pinard gets to the Utah line, stands on a pass, then dumps into the near side. Pinard and Jensen collide. Let's see, there might be a penalty on Jensen as he slashed Pinard after the whistle. It looked like offside might have been the play as one of the 2 referees talking with Pinard. And let's see, the puck might have exited and then re-entered the Grizzlies zone as Pinard and Jensen have some words. It was offside on Tahoe. 15:46 left in the first. So Manning scored 3:29 in with Dashke and Messner getting the assists. So Dashke now has 5 assists on the season, and Messner now has 3. Remember, Messner and Manning each had 2 assists on Saturday night against Allen 7 days ago. Jet Jones, who has Tahoe's goal, is kicked out of the faceoff circle. Jake McGrew will take the draw against Buell. Draw won by Tahoe in a black jersey with white numbers, white lettering, a little bit of teal and gold mixed in. They dump it in from neutral ice. Sure around Utah's net as he'll stop and reverse field back towards the near side as Sure keeps his head up, and he'll deliver a long-range flight that goes past Fitz and Buell, and icing's going to be on the Grizzlies. It was kind of a short lobbing flight. It was about shoulder high. Neither Fitz or Buell could get a piece of it. 15:28 left in the first. Tahoe has outshot Utah 4-3, and we're tied at 1. Draws in the near side as fans are still finding their seat. Good Saturday night crowd considering the big game that's going to be taking place downtown in about an hour. It's a perfect night to do a little bit of multi-watching. Watch the Grizzlies game on a tablet or something and watch that game on the 4-letter network. That starts with an E. Shot from the high slot is blocked away. That shot was taken by Kapchek. Grizzlies 2-on-2 cross center ice. Fairbrother's got good speed. He skates horizontally towards the far side, and Fitz couldn't hold his water as Utah's offside. Fairbrother's an outstanding, he's an outstanding skater. Got to neutralize. He was in the left wing, just kind of went horizontally towards the right. But Fitz was just too anxious to enter the attack zone. Grizzlies will switch things up as Dashke and Yoon are on the ice. 15-14 is left in the first period, and already we have 2 goals, one on each side. Cade Nelson, who had an outstanding shift a couple minutes ago. He takes the draw, but it's Tahoe that wins it. Knight Monsters skate from left to right. They move it across. Nate Callan, number 26, played in 2 games against Utah, was a member of Rapid City. Knight Monsters enter the zone. High slot. They'll bounce it into the near corner off the boards. Dashke battles with Kafuk, number 22. Grizzlies won the one-on-one battle. Bouncing puck. Pastorius gets to his right for Yoon, who dumps it in from neutral ice. Pastorius delivers a big-time hit behind Tahoe's net as the glass goes shaking back and forth. Dashke spins it along the wall. Yoon on the right side collects the puck and trying to throw it back the other side. It bounced off the Tahoe stick, and that was Jake Johnson, number 23, the former Fort Wayne Comet. Anthony Collins around his net to the far side, and he'll backhand it ahead. Puck saucers towards Dashke, who collects it neutral ice. He'll skate to the center red line and drive it in as Miskew plays it behind his net kind of comfortably. As he'll throw it to the near side near the Tahoe line. Grizzlies keep it in. Manning centers it towards Lebster. It's poked away by Johnson, who feeds it back to center ice. Grizzlies reset. Dashke bouncing off a Night Monster, and it flies out of play with 14:08 left in the first. So as we mentioned, already a goal on each side. Jet Jones scored for Tahoe, 150 in, with Orgel and Newell getting the assist. And then the Grizzlies responded a minute and a half later, 3:29 in. It was Luke Manning getting the goal with Dashke and Messner getting the assist. Draws at center ice. Luke Adam will take the draw against Luke Manning. It's fun to see Luke Adam on the Maverik Center ice. As we mentioned in the pregame show, he had a good NHL year with the Buffalo Sabres back in the 2011-2012 season, where he had 10 goals and 10 assists in 52 games. In his 90-game NHL career, he has 15 goals and 11 assists to his name. 14:07 left in the first. Tahoe has outshot Utah 5-3. Manning will take the draw against Adam. Manning's already got a goal tonight to go along with his 6 assists this season. Waiting for linesman Tyler Kesson to drop the puck any day now. Draw won by the Grizzlies. Sure at the Utah line will pitch it ahead to center ice to Messner. He'll tap off his stick and it goes deep into the Tahoe zone. Night Monsters with good speed. Brandon Tabakin loses his balance in the far corner. The stick goes lifting in the air, and that was Messner. Puck at the Utah line. Grizzlies in control. Shearer ahead to Lebster. It flies off his stick. Stays in play off the glass behind Miskew's net. Over to the far side. Messner gets there about the same time as Troy Loggins. As Tahoe will carry it out to neutralize. They get tripped up near the Grizzlies bench. No call, delayed offside. Grizzlies gather the puck. And as they were skating, Luke Manning skated to neutralize. The whistle blew with 13:36 left in the first. Timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well, as Jet Jones scored for Tahoe, and Luke Manning responded. We're tied at 1, about 6.5 minutes in. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Utah's pro hockey tradition continues here at Maverik Center as the Grizzlies celebrate their 30th season of professional hockey here in the Salt Lake Valley. We're tied at 1 with 13:36 left in the first period. If you joined us late earlier this week, forward Neil Shea was called up to Colorado. He's got a goal in all 5 Grizzlies games this season. Utah's got a record of 3-2 this year, while Tahoe is 3-1-1. Draw near the Grizzlies bench after Tahoe was called offsides. As Utah wins the draw, the captain, Johnny Fairbrother, has it just to the right of Shield. He'll push it to neutralize for Briley Wood. Wood crossed the center red line, and he'll loft it in and chase after it as he closes the gap on number 49, Arthur Cholach of the Tahoe Knight Monsters. A lot of former Savannah Ghost Pirates on the roster. Aragon delivers a big-time hit at the Tahoe line as the Knight Monsters will bounce it off a Gallant. Great to have Aragon back in the Grizzlies lineup. He got hurt in the third period on opening night. Puck ahead, bounced off of Bear Hughes' stick deep in the Grizzly zone. Schill will force it towards the near side as Gallant skates towards the line. Hughes from the right point fires towards the net. It goes wide. Bear Hughes is off to a good start for Tahoe this season as he has 3 goals and 3 assists. As Aragon will push it out to center ice. It's gathered by Tahoe's Jake Johnson. Johnson will throw it towards the Utah line, and Jet Jones wraps it around the boards. Cade Jensen tries to get around Jake McGrew towards the neutral ice area. Grizzlies carry it out to center as Buell gets held up along his back by Jones, but Buell dumps it in before he got to the Tahoe line. Tahoe skating from left to right in the first period as Craig Armstrong gets pushed by Johnson. It's Johnson that goes down. Armstrong lost a glove. He gets it back on. As Johnson will backhand it out of play to hit the glass. Oh, it's a close call. I think delay of game should be the call. Delay of game is going to be the call as Johnson gave a fan a souvenir over in section 113. Problem is he did it from his own zone, and the Grizzlies are going to be on the power play for the first time tonight. Johnson gets 2 minutes for delay of game. It's penalty minutes 10 and 11 this season for him. The power play could play a big factor in this series. Both teams have struggled so far this season on the penalty kill. Yeah, Johnson lifted it right over the glass. 2 minutes for delay of game. Time of penalty, 7:45 in. Grizzlies will have Cole Gallant taking the face-off. Briley Woods on the right wing. Yoon and Dashke are out there along with Cameron Buell. So 2 defensemen, 3 forwards on this shift for the Grizzlies. Drop, won by Tahoe, though. Clear it out to neutralize. Yoon gathers it at the Utah line, and so do kind of a half circle. Now he'll skate north-south, drop it off for Gallant. Over to Dashke across center ice. Dashke wraps it around the boards from neutralize. Puck hippity hops towards the far corner on a rough ride. As Buell battles on with Wood. 3-on-3 battle over in the corner. As Gallant continues to hold his ground, so does Briley Wood. Buell trying to hack away as Gallant gets the puck, and he'll slice it towards the near side. Racing after it and getting there before a Grizzly is Simon Pinard, and he'll dump it in. His name is spelled S-I-M-O-N. It's tough to not say Simon. Simon Pinard had a great year with Savannah last year. Grizzlies get back to neutralize. Wood drops it off. It's picked off as the Knight Monsters. Left side, lefty shot. Saved by Shield. That shot was taken by Sloan Stanek. Stanek 2 goals this season wearing number 21. Grizzlies cross center. Yoon over the line. Right side as he gets around a check. Yoon tried to center it and lifted it. Stayed in play as Buell gets hit in the back by Stanek. As the Knight Monsters throw it around their net, and that's Cat check over to the far side, and the Knight Monsters clear it all the way out. Both teams will reshuffle the deck personnel-wise. We're 9 minutes in. Grizzlies have 42 seconds left on their power plays. We're tied at 1. Fairbrother drops it back for Lebster in the far circle. Now back to Manning, back to Lebster. It has a tap off his stick. Tahoe races down in the Grizzly zone. They get it as McGrew skates in from the left side. Took a righty shot save. Rebound shot saved by Shield. Boy, 2 looks. McGrew had the first, and the second look was taken by Kafuk. And Shield stopped them both as Kafuk from neutralize dumps it in. Less than 20 seconds left in the power play. Lebster will carry it out to neutralize, so cross center. He'll push to his right. Grizzlies enter. Messner skates towards the far goal line, trying to center it. Lost his balance. And the Knight Monsters will slice it all the way towards Shield. Coming out of the box is Jake Johnson. He was nice in giving a fan a souvenir, but he did it from his own zone, and it didn't bounce off the glass. So he served 2 minutes. He skates to the bench. As Tyson Upper, the University of Calgary product, pushes across to Jensen. Jensen at the Utah line, trying to get to center ice. It bounced off of Loggins. No, it's not Kenny. It's not even related to Kenny. It's Troy Loggins. Pastorius throws the Knight Monsters territory. It bounced off a stick. Nelson skates in. It bounced off of 2 sticks, including Pastorius's. As Tahoe will fire it towards their bench area. It stays in play. As the Knight Monsters cross center ice, their captain, Luke Adam, fires a lefty shot from center ice. It's saved by Shield, and he'll push it ahead to Jensen to keep the play alive. Jensen behind Utah's net, dangles back and forth as players cut from both sides, Nelson and Upper. So push to Kabori Dunn across off the near boards to Upper, and he'll lift it in. Miscue plays behind his net cleanly over towards the far side. Pastores feeds up top. Fairbrother, high slot, skates towards his left. Now he gets to Shear near goal line. Back towards Upper, but he got double teamed and couldn't take a shot. Now left point, Fairbrother fires towards the net. It goes wide. As puck ends up back at center ice, Grizzlies have it with Gallant. He'll push it across to Fairbrother. Fairbrother back towards Gallant, pass behind him. Chasing after, it's a small Adam Robbins, the Princeton product, first-year pro. He overskates it. Grizzlies cross center. Gallant dumps it in. He gets around to check. Gallant over in the far corner. He gets hit and taken off the puck. Behind the net, Tahoe will skate towards the near side. As Kapchek pushes across. Tahoe crossing center ice. Now across to Robbins. Pass goes tape to tape. He skates towards the right circle. Sires to Nelson. Take a shot. And it's kicked away by Shield. And actually that shot was taken by Callan, number 26. Nelson is usually a high shot volume shot guy with Tahoe. As puck ends up out of play. As Dashke got challenged behind Utah's net. And it got redirected out of play with 8:27 left in the first. So a successful penalty kill by Tahoe. Grizzlies had one, maybe two good looks on that power play. Tahoe has outshot Utah 10-3. In fact, Tahoe probably had the best look on Utah's power play. Right there with that rebound. If you're watching on Flow Sports, first shot was taken by McGrew, and then Kafuk came in there at the last minute. Draws can be in the far circle of the Grizzlies zone. Draw goes on to Schill, who brushes it away. As Dashke will tap it off the near glass, goes over the head of Callan. And icing is going to be on Utah with 8:19 left in the first. Now we're just getting underway, so grab some chips and dip in a beverage of your choice and enjoy a little bit of Saturday with us. It's the first of a two-game set, as Sunday afternoon will be at 3:10. Coverage begins at 2:50. Make a note and come on out to Maverik Center. It's Pucks and Pups here tonight, as there's a lot of dogs in attendance. They're about sections 109, 108, 110, somewhere in that area. As draws give me in the Grizzly zone near side. Barry Hughes will take it for Tahoe against Luke Manning. Manning has Utah's goals. He scored 329 in. As a draw won by Tahoe. Pennard with the lefty shot. Saved by Shills. Pennard fired away from the right circle. We mentioned he had a good year with Savannah last year. He had 24 goals and 24 assists in 59 games. He also had 13 AHL games last season with the Henderson Silver Knights. It's Pennard's second season as a pro, and he's got an AHL contract with the Henderson Silver Knights. Hughes takes a draw again against Manning. Hughes last season played one game with Henderson and 5 games with Savannah 2 years ago. Had 23 goals with South Carolina. He was a 2023 League All-Star. Draw won by Tahoe. Tahoe's outshot Utah 11-3, but we're tied to 1. Grizzlies will loft it to the Tahoe line. As the Night Monsters will brush ahead, it bounced off of Manning at the Tahoe line. Manning dumps it in, but the puck exited and then re-entered the zone. So Utah's offside with 8:04 left in the first. The referees tonight are Rocco Stakoviak and Ben Betker, B-E-T-K-E-R. The linesmen are Colin Kleinendorf and Tyler Keston. Deal will take the draw against Jet Jones. Jones has Tahoe's goal as he scored the first road goal in Night Monsters history. That came 150 into the first. It's the first road game in Tahoe Night Monsters history. Grizzlies win the draw. Yoon from neutral ice. His shot is sticked away by Miscue. Dylan's his first name. Now Dashke over to Brian Yoon. Diagonal pass. Armstrong couldn't handle it. And the Night Monsters get to center ice. Orgel pushes ahead looking for Newell. Pass goes wide. As Fitz bouncing off a Night Monster skate. Armstrong in Night Monsters territory dumps it in. Now Tahoe comes back the other way from left to right. Tahoe will negotiate their way to center ice. As Jones carries in, drops it for Orgel. It's tapped by Tyson Upper as Dashke pushes ahead to Fitz. Fitz gets into Night Monsters ice. He loses the puck as he was entering the zone. He tried to get around a Night Monster defenseman. Orgel, who started his pro career with Utah, skates in right side, and he gets checked and taken off the puck on a good side check by James Shearer. Tyson Upper pushed ahead, it bounced off a Nelson stick. Now it goes behind the net as Fairbrother over towards Nelson. Now to Pastores, who crosses center ice left wing. He'll dump it in. Pastores gets cut off by Kapchek as Around the net is Chulach. He'll throw it to his right. Long-range pass connects to Loggins. He'll skate in. Right side centering pass out in front is brushed away by Shield as he was looking for a cutter out in front of the net, and that was Chulach who couldn't get there. Grizzlies back of their line as they switch up forwards. On the ice is Pastorius. He's out there with Aragon and Gallant. As Fairbrother to Pastorius at center ice, he'll dump it in and get off the ice. Knight Monsters enter. Nelson drops it for Adam. He's on the right side. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Schill. And he holds on after an initial bobble as hacking away at it was Nelson. But Schill holds on with 6:26 left in the first. Boy, Tahoe's taking quite a few shots here. They're up to 12. Tahoe through 5 games is averaging 33.6 shots. Grizzlies are averaging 36.2. Utah at a 2-1 shot advantage, 44-22 against the Allen Americans, but Allen came away with 6 goals last Saturday, and they won 6-4. Draws the near side. It's won by Utah. Kabori Dunn skates around his net. He'll push to center ice. Puck got Samara under it about waist high. Wood battles with 2 Knight Monsters. He'll throw it back to Dunn. Dunn, far side, across to Jensen. Jensen lobs it out to center ice for Aragon. He got a piece of it at center ice, no icing. Wood runs it down, but Johnson gets there first for Tahoe, and he'll pitchfork it ahead. Jensen back towards Aragon. He lets it go towards Wood, who's behind Tahoe's net. Riley Wood on the left side, feeds it up top to Jensen. Across to Dunn. He's in the right point. He tried to get it back towards Wood, who couldn't get the skipping pass. Wood skates towards the near corner after it. As Gallant will wing it around the boards for Dunn on the far side. Back towards Gallant. He has a tap off his stick, and the puck goes back to center ice. Cole Gallant skates horizontally. Now he crosses center ice. Left wing steps over the line. He gets taken off the puck by Kafuk. As Gallant goes down as he collided with Nate Callan, one of 6 defensemen for the Knight Monsters. Diagonal pass to the right. Connects to Sloan Stanek, and he'll backhand it in. Schill will force it to the near side as Jensen tried to reach for it. Messner gets boxed out by Hughes. Hughes holds his ground. So does Messner. As Tahoe tries to skate towards the corner, they're cut off by Jensen. Puck goes back to the right point for Orgel, and he'll fire it off the backboards. Dunn chases after it in the far corner, and he'll throw it behind his back for Jensen. Jensen will tattoo it off the near boards. Orgel keeps it in. He'll drop it towards the right circle. Now back to the near corner as Tahoe loses their balance, and that's Hughes, who's a big guy. Now Hughes gets it in the right circle, take a righty shot, saved by Schill. Rebound goes to Utah, and that's Reed Lebster, who will toss it off the far boards. Manning backhands it across to Messner. Messner races to the Tahoe line, left point, lefty shot, saved by Miskew. He holds on with 4:41 left in the first. Grizzlies will have an offensive zone draw when we come back. Tahoe has outshot Utah 12-5 as we're tied at 1 late in the first period. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
4 minutes and 41 seconds are left in the first period. We're tied at 1. If you joined us late, it was Jet Jones scoring the first goal in Tahoe Knight Monsters road history. It's their 6th game, but it's Tahoe's first road game in existence. He scored 150 in, and then Luke Manning tied it up for the Grizz, 329 in, with Dashke and Messner getting the assists. Drow's going to be in the left wing, near circle as Utah skates from right to left here in the first period. And it's an offensive zone 1. Utah wins the draw. Dashke across to you. Right side, righty shot, and a score! Grizzlies had some traffic out in front of the net. Upper and Pastoris were in the area, but it looks like it's Brian Young getting his 2nd of the year. And the Grizzlies take a 2-1 lead. Boy, there's about 4 or 5 bodies in front of the net. Looked like Young was either looking for a redirection or something, just trying to get something on net. and ended up trickling past Miscue and past the goal line. They're looking for a redirection. In the area was Cade Nilsson. But Nilsson might have gotten a piece of it. He was out there with Upper. And it looks like Brian Yoon does get the goal. Dashke and Messner with the assist. So Dashke and Messner have the assist in each of Utah's 2 goals. And it's Brian Yoon getting his second of the year. He now has a point in 5 of his 6 games. Tahoe crosses center ice after winning the draw. Jet Jones flies across down the middle. He gets poked away by Yoon. As Wood crosses center ice, Nils saucer it in. Miscue behind his net will fire it towards the far wing boards. It kicks off a skate. Yoon battles, throws it towards Aragon. He's on the far side over to Wood. He hacks away on a shot saved by Miscue. Now behind the net, Aragon puts it out in front. Too many Tahoe sticks in the way. Knight Monsters will carry it across center ice. Jake McGrew crosses center. He steps over the line and throws it around the wall. Shield lets it go towards the near corners. Dashke collides with Newell. Patrick's his first name. Behind the net, Grizzlies skate around it to the near side. Yoon to Aragon, back to Yoon on the give and go. Yoon crosses center ice. He's back checked by Adam. As losing his stick was Adam. Grizzlies enter the zone, but it looks like they're offside. As Yoon was in the area, and somebody lost their stick. I think it was Adam, as Adam was deep in the back check. So draws going to be neutralized. Grizzlies were called for offside. 3 minutes, 43 seconds left in the first. Tahoe has doubled up Utah in shots 12-6, but it's the Grizzlies that lead 2-1 on goals from Luke Manning and Brian Yoon. As Tahoe crosses center ice after winning the faceoff, Callan will bounce it off the skate. Nelson retreats, gets it in the far side. Tahoe in the attack zone, they get it up top. Troy Loggins bobbles the puck, and he battles with Lebster, and Messner gets it towards Lebster. Lebster crosses center ice left wing, steps over the line, skates towards his right, drops it for Shearer. Shearer centers out in front, shot to score! Shearer to Lebster to the back of the net. And with 3:17 left in the first, Utah extends the lead. It's now a 3-1 game. Boy, for sure on the left side, it was kind of a hope and a prayer. Centering it to Lebster, pass connected, and Lebster put it away. As Shearer just kind of forced into traffic. Pass went tape to Lebster. There was a few sticks in the way, but boy, that was a perfect pass and a good job by Messner, kind of occupying a Tahoe defenseman. And I don't know that Miscue had good vision on it. So Dylan Miscue's pro debut isn't going as planned, as the Grizzlies have 3 goals on 7 shots. As Utah wins the faceoff, puck up in the opposite center ice. It's brushed by Nilsson. It gets about 10 feet of air as Nelson missed on trying to bat it away. Puck goes into the Grizzlies zone. Run down by Shearer. We get a fight at center ice. Anthony Collins and Pastores. They're swinging away. Pastores gets 4. 5 lefts. Now Collins swings and gets a few rights in. Anthony Collins. He gets a right on Pastores. Big time right by Collins. Pastores keeps his feet. Another right by Collins. Now Collins gets a couple body shots. Now Collins with an uppercut. Pastores somehow keeps his feet. As now Pastores with an uppercut. Pastores keeping his balance. Boy, Anthony Collins just kept feeding one right after another. You got to credit Nick Pastores, the linesman, step in. Collins gets the heavyweight belt and he taunts. Anthony Collins, that's the type of player he is, as he'll skate to the locker room. He did the old discount double check title belt thing. Pastores goes to the locker room as well, and even though Collins put together a bunch of big-time punches, you got to credit Pastores for staying on the ice. Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, will walk to the locker room with Pastores as both guys get 5 minutes for fighting with 3:02 left in the first. The fact that Pastores didn't hit the ice, he just kept taking them from Collins. As we mentioned, Nick Pastores quickly becoming a fan favorite here in Utah. So we'll continue to skate 5-on-5. Draws going to be in the Grizzlies zone. As Utah's first period goals from Manning, Yoon, and Reed Lebster. Yoon scored 15:25 in, and then a minute and 18 seconds later, it was Reed Lebster. Extending the lead to 3-1. That's where we sit now. Tahoe wins the draw. They're in the attack zone. Right side, Orgel skates towards a corner. As he gets around Nilsson, fires a sharp angled shot. Shield makes a save. 2:54 left in the first. These fans have seen a very entertaining first 20 minutes of play. Don't forget the same 2 teams will meet here tomorrow afternoon. 3:10 will be the face-off. Hopefully the dogs here on Pucks and Pups are enjoying themselves as well. Draw on the right side, won by Utah. Sure will bounce it off the end boards. Tahoe tries to feather it out in front. Net gets dislodged as Hughes was hacking away, and Schill covers up. 2:48 left in the first. As they announce here on the Maverik Center ice, the third goal that Utah scored. Lebster scored 16:43 in with Messner and Shearer getting the assist. That means that Mick Messner has an assist in all three of Utah's goals. He is racking up the points in bunches. Messner 2 assists on Saturday last week, has 3 assists here tonight. Tahoe wins the draw. They're in the high slot, dangling back and forth. And that's number 4, Brandon Tabakin, not very big. He'll skate towards the right side, fires a shot that's blocked away by Woods' stick. Tabakin, 5'10", 175 pounds. Grizzlies get the puck as Wood will carry it out to center ice. He'll push it to his left for Aragon. Aragon, wearing number 15, will dump it into the near corner as Tabakin gets there about the same time as Wood. Gallant feeds up top to Jensen. Left side as he's falling down, fires a one-timer that goes wide. Aragon up top, Grizzlies keep it in. Gallant skates towards the circle. It's one-handed away by Orgel. Long-range pass connects as Barry Hughes skates into the zone. Right side centers it out in front. And it's brushed away by Kabori Dunn on a good hustle play as Sloan Stanek was cutting in front of the net. Now the puck deflects out of play with 2:01 left in the first. Whistle blows. Draws going to be in the Grizzlies zone as Tahoe's trying to get momentum back. And I think that's part of what Anthony Collins was thinking in fighting Nick Pastorius. But the Grizzlies done a good job in kind of taking away some of that momentum. It'll be interesting in the first intermission to kind of figure out. I mean, Tahoe does have a 15-7 shot advantage. It'll be interesting to see what the off-ice officials say in terms of scoring chances. Grizzlies only have 7 shots, but the majority of them have been, really good scoring chances. Grizzlies win the draw. They spin it around to the near boards. Messner with a good shoulder check on cap check. They got there about the same time at the Utah line. Puck goes deep into the Tahoe zone. Grizzlies skate from right to left here in the first period. As they push it ahead towards Jet Jones, who has Tahoe's lone goalie battles. Action still in the Tahoe zone as Jones battles at the line, trying to hack it to Neutron, and it gets negotiated and forced back to center ice. As Manning over to Dashke, dumps it in. Dashke stays at the Tahoe line as it's brushed towards the near side. Now Tahoe spreads the ice. Katchek will push it across towards Cholach. Blue line to blue line pass tapped off a stick. It rolls towards Schill. He spins it to the near side. Manning across to Yoon. He crosses center ice. He'll push it to his right. Grizzlies over the line. Lebster trying to get it back to Yoon. Yoon gets it off a Tahoe stick. Now over in the far corner, Yoon battles. Puck goes to the far wing boards, and Tahoe will brush it back to center ice. Dashke across to Nilsson. Puck bounces on him. Now Nilsson will knuckle it over towards Dashke. Dashke over in the near circle of the Grizzlies zone. Gets it across to Shearer. Back to Nilsson down the middle. He crosses center ice. Cade Nilsson over the line. High slot, and he'll dump it in and chase after. He's got good speed. Near goal line. Sharp angled shot is blocked away. Puck goes to the left point for Shearer. Back to Nilsson in the near corner. Over towards Buell. One-timer kick saved by Miskew. As Utah, Tyson Upper skates towards his college teammate Shearer. Back to Shearer, wings it around the boards. Upper and Shearer were college teammates at the University of Calgary in the 2021-22 season. Now Fairbrother skates back to the Utah line, pushes to center ice. It glanced off a Buell stick. Over to the right side for Nelson. He'll get it off the near boards. He steps over the offensive line. Logan Nelson fires towards the net. It goes wide. It was behind Luke Adam. Stanek gets battled with Fairbrother. Fairbrother pushes Stanek off the puck. Grizzlies at center ice. Cole Gallant, right wing, will skate into the attack zone. He gets blasted as he was entering the offensive zone by Tabakin. Nelson over the line, right side. Will push it back towards Orgel. Right point, righty shot. Glove saved by Shield, and that was at the buzzer, as I'm not sure if it would have counted or not, but Shield made a glove save as Orgel fired away from the right point. So the fans are going to head to the concession stands happy as Tahoe scored first a minute 50 in, but the Grizzlies responded with 3 unanswered. Goals by Luke Manning, Brian Yoon, and Reed Lebster, and Mick Messner had an assist in all 3 of Utah's goals. Anthony Collins and Nick Pastorius in a heavyweight bout, 16:58 in. Boy, Collins got more punches in than Pastorius, but you got to credit Nick Pastorius for staying on his feet through the end of the fight. When we come back, we'll recap the first 20 minutes of play, and we'll also go over some scores in a busy Saturday night in the sports world. Good first 20 minutes for the Grizzlies. They lead 3-1 after 20 minutes of play. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Thanks to Les Schwab tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. As it's Pucks and Pups, there's a lot of dogs at neutral ice, and looks like we got a dog contest, kind of a beauty pageant, if you will. And looks like a lot of beautiful dogs are here at Maverik Center for Pucks and Pups, which was formerly known as Pooch on the Pond, but I kind of like the name change. Pucks and Pups certainly has a good ring to it. We'll go over some other scores from around the league as well as the world of sports here later on, but let's recap the first 20 minutes, and it was pretty dominated by the Grizzlies. I mean, Tahoe did get a big shot advantage, and they did score first, but the Grizzlies really responded well and played a very good, hard-working 20 minutes of hockey. As I mentioned, the Tahoe Knight Monsters, first time the Grizzlies have ever faced them. It's the first time that Tahoe has played a road game in their existence, and they scored first a minute 50 in. As Ryan Orgel, the former Grizzly, was over in the right point, fired towards the net, and She'll had to bounce off of him, and Jet Jones got the rebound and put it away. Jones gets his second of the season. The assist went to Orgel and Patrick Newell. That was 1:50 into the first period, a 5-on-5 goal to give Tahoe a 1-0 lead. Grizzlies tied it up 3:29 in, as Luke Manning was over in the left wing, called his own number, and fired away for his first goal of the season. Manning's been a great distributor for the Grizzlies early on in the year, as he has 6 assists, which leads the Grizz. At least it did when we thought. And we'll have to do some re-examining to figure out if he still has that assist lead. But Manning scored 3:29 in with Dashke and Messner picking up the assists. Grizzlies took a 2-1 lead, 15:25 in, as Brian Yoon scored from the right wing with Dashke and Nielsen getting the assist. We originally had given a piece of paper that said that Messner had picked up an assist on that goal, but it's Cade Nielsen that gets an assist. So Yoon from Dashke and Nielsen, as Nielsen now has a point, and he picked up his first pro assist. He now has a point in 2 of the 3 games that he's appeared in as a pro, at least North American-wise. He did play in the EIHL in a few games here last month. So Nielsen and Dashke with the assist, Yoon with the goal, 15:25 in, and Utah took a 2-1 lead. A minute and 18 seconds later, the Grizzlies extended the lead as James Shearer was in the left side. Grizzlies were in the transition game. Shearer centered it to Lepster. Pass went tape to tape, and Lepster fired away. It was a great job by Mick Messner, who was out in front of the net. Messner had occupied a Tahoe defenseman who couldn't get after Yoon. And so you're talking about, Lepster, who's really been a good goal scorer for the Grizzlies. He now has 3 this season. Lepster was outstanding last Saturday with 1 goal and 1 assist. James Schur has been very active tonight, as he now has an assist in back-to-back games. And Mick Messner gets his 2nd assist of the night. Originally, we were given a piece of paper that said he got an assist in the Yoon goal, but it was Dashke and Nilsson on that goal. Messner did assist on the Lepster goal. 16:43 into the first as Utah took a 3-1 lead, and that's where we sit now. A few seconds after, in fact, 15 seconds after Lepster made it 3-1, and Anthony Collins and Nick Pastorius got in a fight. Pastorius got in a few good punches. Collins really landed some big-time rights on Pastorius, and you've got to credit Nick Pastorius for keeping his feet. And he didn't hit the ice, even though Collins really delivered some punches. And then after the fight, Collins did a little bit of a dance and the old championship belt routine and skated to the locker room, and he felt good about himself. But really, if you're Nick Pastorius, he took a few strong ones from Collins, but was able to keep his feet. That fight was 16:58 into the first. I mentioned special teams could play a factor tonight. Both teams have struggled on the penalty kill to start the year. Utah is 0 for 1 on the power play. Tahoe is yet to go on the man advantage. The only penalty in the first period was by Jake Johnson, who gave a fan a souvenir from his own zone. He got 2 minutes for delay of game, 7:45 into the first period. So Tahoe with a big shot advantage, 16-9. We mentioned we were going to take a look at the scoring chances in the first period. Tahoe had 7 scoring chances among their 16 shots. And the Grizzlies, 9 shots, 4 of them were considered scoring chances, and 3 of the 4 found the back of the net. So the Grizzlies, it's not necessarily a big quantity in the first period, but they certainly got a good quality of shot in the first period, and they lead 3-1 heading into the second period. And the Grizzlies have been a pretty good second period club so far this season through 5 games. Utah has outscored its opponents 9-5 in the second period. So we'll see if that continues here tonight. Among the 9 shots that Utah's taken, it's been a pretty balanced attack. Brian Yoon has 2 shots, and then 7 other Grizzlies with 1, including Manning and Lepster, who each found the back of the net on their 1 look. The forward line of Messner, Manning, and Lepster, that was the 3 that started the game for Utah. They are a +2. Yoon and Dashke are each a +2 for the Grizzlies through 1 period. For Tahoe, Ryan Orgel has 3 shots, 1 assist, and a +1 rating. He's looking for a little bit of revenge as he played in 2 games for the Grizzlies in the 2021-22 season before he was released. That was his first taste of professional hockey. That was late in the 2021-22 division championship season for Utah. When we come back, we'll go over some league scores as well as some NHL and maybe some college football scores as well. After 1 period, it's the Utah Grizzlies 3 and the Tahoe Knight Monsters 1. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. First intermission, Utah leads Tahoe 3-1. Some other league scores. Norfolk defeats Adirondack 3-2. Former Grizzly goaltender and fan favorite Dante Januzzi picks up the victory at net. He stopped 30 of 32. As Norfolk Admirals are off to a pretty good start this year. They are now 6-2-2. They defeat Adirondack 3-2. And had mentioned Dante getting the victory. The other goaltender for the Admirals this year is former Grizzly Joe Canada. He was a star for Utah in the 2018-2019 season. Canada has been overseas the last handful of years. He's back in North America, and he's goaltending with Dante Januzzi with the Norfolk Admirals. Worcester defeats Maine 5-1. Florida gets a 4-1 victory over Orlando. Will Cranley did not get the start in net for Florida as Johnson got the victory, stopping 17 of 18. Former Grizzly forward Kyle Betts had 2 shots. Remember, Betts was traded. The Grizzlies had his rights. He was traded from the Grizzlies to Florida, and in return, the Grizzlies got Reed Webster. So it looks like a win-win in that trade. Former Allen American Colton Hargrove had 2 assists, and Lambden scored 3 goals for Florida. He picked up a hat trick as Florida defeats Orlando 4-1. Iowa defeats Bloomington 4-2. That game has gone final. The Grizzlies will face Bloomington in a 3-game set in mid-January. Max Neal had 2 penalty minutes for Bloomington, the former Grizzly. One of Bloomington's goals were scored by Eddie Matsushima. Gavin Gould had 1 goal and 1 assist. But the Iowa Heartlanders had a balanced attack. Goals from 4 different players. They defeat Bloomington 4-2. Other action in the league, Savannah defeats Idaho in regulation 4-3. That game played at Enmark Arena in Savannah. There are quite a few former Savannah Ghost Pirates on this Tahoe roster, as Alex Lowe coached about half of last season with the Savannah Ghost Pirates. Other games in the league, Reading defeats Indy 4-2. Jacksonville is a 5-3 winner over South Carolina. Greenville defeats Atlanta 3-0. Wheeling over Trois Rivières 4-3. Wheeling gets the victory. Looks like Toledo defeats Cincinnati 4-0. Cincinnati is winless on the year. Their record falls to 0-6-2. Fort Wayne over Kalamazoo 4-3. For Fort Wayne, former Grizzly defenseman Kyle Mayhew had 1 assist. He's got 3 goals this season. He picked up an assist tonight. And Fort Wayne comes away with a 4-3 victory over Kalamazoo. Games are in progress. Second intermission, Tulsa leads Allen 3-0. Tulsa's off to a 4-2-1 start to the year. Allen is 2-4-1. Grizzlies will face Allen in a 3-game series next week. That's going to be at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. Allen and Utah split a 2-game set last week. Remember, the next road game for the Grizzlies will be on Wednesday morning. That's right, Wednesday morning. It's going to be a 10:30 start in Texas, meaning that it's going to start at 9:30 in the Mountain Time Zone. So that should be a ton of fun. Grizzlies and the Americans in a 3-game set next week, beginning on Wednesday morning at 9:30. We'll begin coverage at about 9:15, and we'll have to chug some coffee and get ready for that one. That should be a lot of fun. That's the next road game for the Grizzlies. After 2 periods, Kansas City and Rapid City are tied at 2. And boy, Rapid City needs a victory in a bad way. They've got a record of 0-6-1-2. Their basic win-loss record is 0-9. Kansas City is 6-1-0-1 this season. But Rapid City's given them a test at the Monument. The score is tied at 2. That game is into the second period. They've played 1 period over at the Monument. That score is tied at 2. And obviously, we got Utah leading Tahoe 3-1 here after 20 minutes at Maverik Center, as the Grizzlies got goals from Luke Manning, Brian Yoon, and Reed Webster. We'll go over some NHL scores on the other side. Once again, after 20 minutes of play, it's Utah Grizzlies 3 and the Tahoe Knight Monsters 1.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty. 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
First intermission here at Maverik Center. Utah leads Tahoe 3-1. Let's go over some NHL scores and check in on those who are living the dream. After 2 periods, Nashville leads Utah 3-0. Nashville's got a record of 4-9-1 this year. Utah's 6-5-3. As Nashville has gotten goals from Philip Forsberg. He scored 2:37 into the first period. Jonathan Marchessault scored 11:58 into the first period. And then Forsberg got a second of the game, 11:05 into the second. After 2 periods, Nashville leads Utah 3-0. The Grizzlies' NHL affiliate is the Colorado Avalanche. And after 1 period, Carolina leads Colorado 1-0. Carolina is 10-2 this season. They're off to a quick start. On Wednesday night, a few days from now, Carolina will be in the Salt Lake Valley, taking on the Utah Hockey Club. It'll be the first time Carolina will ever visit the state of Utah. That is the Carolina Hurricanes. In overtime, New Jersey and the New York Islanders are tied at 3. That game is in overtime, 1 minute in. Early second period, Columbus leads LA 1-0. Games have gone final in the NHL. Buffalo defeats Calgary 3-2. Winnipeg, their record goes to 14-1 this season. They defeat Dallas 4-1. And how about those Winnipeg Jets? They are red hot. In a shootout, Florida defeats Philadelphia 4-3. In overtime, Ottawa gets a 3-2 victory over Boston. Toronto over Montreal 4-1. Rangers get a 4-0 win over the Red Wings. Capitals open up a can on the St. Louis Blues. 8-1 was the final there. Getting underway in a few minutes. Edmonton is at Vancouver. They're still in overtime between the Devils and Islanders. When that game goes final, we'll give you an update on it. Starting in a few minutes over at Rice-Eccles Stadium, the 8-0 BYU Cougars take on Utah. BYU is a 3-point favorite. That should be an interesting one, as BYU is looking to go 9-0 for the 5th time in school history. One NBA final, the Jazz get a victory. They defeat San Antonio 111-110. As the Jazz go to 2-7 on the season. Colin Sexton had 23 points. Lauri Markkanen had 20. On the Spurs side, Victor Wembanyama led the way with 24 points. Jazz go to 2-7. San Antonio falls to 4-6. Fans are having a good time here as the dance cam is here at Maverik Center. A couple fans hoping that they see themselves so they can chug a beer and see themselves on the Maverik Center video board, which is here at center ice. Well, Tahoe outshot Utah 16-9 in the first period, but the Grizzlies scored 3 unanswered after Jet Jones gave Tahoe a lead 150 in. Luke Manning, Brian Yoon, and Reed Lepster have the Grizzlies' goals. When we come back, we'll have second period action here at Maverik Center. You've been listening to the Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your adventure.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Now we're about set for second period action here at Maverik Center as the Grizzlies lead the Tahoe Knight Monsters by a 3-1 score. Don't forget there's one more home game this weekend, and that's tomorrow afternoon. 2:50 pregame show, 3:10 face-off, but we want to see it here at Maverik Center as the Grizzlies take on the Knight Monsters for the second straight day. That's going to be at 3:10. Grizzlies have a 6-game road trip beginning on Wednesday morning. That's right, Wednesday morning. In the Mountain Time Zone, it's going to start at 9:30 between the Grizzlies and the Allen Americans. That's the start of a 3-game series. Here in the second period, the Grizzlies will be skating from left to right. They will start with the 3-man forward unit, who are each a +2. Mick Messner, Luke Manning, and Reed Lepster. Lepster and Manning with a first period goal. Mick Messner with 2 first period assists. The defensive pairing is James Shearer, who's got 1 assist tonight, and Gianni Fairbrother, who's a +1. For Tahoe, Logan Nelson will take the draw. He's got Troy Loggins to his left and Luke Adam to his right. Up top is the defensive pairing of Artur Cholach and Brennan Kapchek. Linesman, referee Ben Betker drops the puck. We start play here in the second period. Grizzlies win the draw. Webster right side will flub it in as Miskew watches it go all the way towards the end boards. Nelson will brush it to the near side. Loggins has a tap off his stick as the puck saucers to center ice. Grizzlies will sky it in. Puck hippity hops off the near corner boards as Cholach across to Kapchek. Now to Nelson, who has a brush away left side shot. Saved by Miskew as Messner had a good look from the left circle. Webster tried to get to Manning, who was skating towards the end boards. Pass behind him as Tahoe, rink-wide pass is brushed away by Shearer stick. Grizzlies trying to push it into the Tahoe zone. It's gathered by Adam. He gets to Cholach along the near side. As he'll tattoo it off the near boards. Fairbrother over towards Aragon. Grizzlies enter. High slot lefty shot. Saved by Miskew. Rebound goes towards the far side. Utah gets it towards Wood, who tried to brush it in front of the net for Aragon. Poked away. Grizzlies right side. Gallant in the attack zone. Rolls them along the boards. Aragon chases after it. Logan Nelson gets there first. Nelson, the former Rapid City Rush skater. As the Knight Monsters. Stanek near side. As he gets back checked by Wood. Loses the puck as he was stepping over the offensive line. Grizzlies brush to Wood, who gets there about the same time as Johnson as the puck gets kicked towards Miskew, who will throw it to the far corner. As Utah in the attack zone, puck goes from one corner to the other. Yoon chases it down. He's there with 3 Knight Monsters. Wood holds his ground at the near corner, gets it towards Yoon, who brushes it to the near the end boards for Nelson. Back up top for Dashke, left point. Lefty shot is blocked away by a stick. Puck hits off the end boards. Tahoe carries it across center ice. Hughes over the line, right side, fires a righty shot that goes wide as Shields trying to block it with his stick side over with his blocker. Puck goes back to Callan, over to Johnson, left side. He'll get to center ice for Hughes, that tap off his stick. Dashke runs it down in the Grizzlies zone as he skates around the net. Dashke, the former Kalamazoo and Toledo player, throws the new tries, pass incomplete. Tahoe throws it back in. Hughes has it go off his stick. Shell behind the net, rolls the upper. It gets there about the same time as McGrew for Tahoe. Dashke backhands it to the near corner. Nilsson hustles after it. Gets to Dashke behind Utah's net. Dashke back to Nilsson. Pass goes tape to tape. Nilsson curls it towards Buell. It's picked off as Tabakin skates across the offensive line. He gets cut off by Nilsson. Dashke feeds to the far side as racing to new tries is Tyson Upper. He's got good speed. Steps over the line, dumps it towards Miskew. Gathered by Tabakin, who skates towards the far corner. As Upper wins a one-on-one battle, gets to Dunn. Now across, Gallant one-timer saved by Miskew. Jensen left side, skates towards the far goal line. Sharp field shot saved by Miskew. Rebound goes towards the end boards. Fitz gets double-teamed as Tahoe took the puck away. Tahoe out to center ice as Tabakin couldn't get it. Pass was behind him. Make that Newell number 14. Dunn to the center ice logo for Gallant as he'll flub it in. Gallant chases after it. Tabakin rolls along the near boards. Jones lifts it over Dunn's head. Racing after it's Jensen. No icing as Tahoe will reshuffle the deck personnel-wise. 16:43 and counting left in the second. Utah leads 3-1. Gallant over the line, skates towards his right. Trying to feather it out in front to Fitz, who couldn't reach it. Goes on to Miskew, who tosses to the far side. Knight Monsters 3-on-3, cross center ice. Carrying into the zone right side is Adam Robbins. Little guy, played at Princeton. Rolls it to the left corner. As Cholach over in the point, fires a lefty shot, saved by Shield. As in the near goal line, back up top to Cholach. He fires towards the net, and Shield makes a save. Rebound to the near corner. Robbins with great speed, skates around Utah's net. Tried to drop it back. Nobody was home for Tahoe. Grizzlies throw it back to the Tahoe line. Kapchek runs it down. He'll push it. Pass goes tape to tape. As Kai Fook throws it to the right side. Lefty shot is blocked away as it goes out of play. As Simone Pinard had a good look on the right side. Grizzlies got a stick in the way as play stops with 15:59 left in the second. Pastorius and Collins have completed their fighting majors. Both guys will skate to the bench. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone, far circle. Barry Hughes will take the draw. For the Grizzlies, it's Luke Manning. Manning, the St. Thomas product, first full season as a pro. He's off to a great start to the season. Draw one by Tahoe. They move it to the left side. Johnson, left side, lefty shot, saved by Shaw. Rebound, backhand shot goes wide, taken by Stanek. Puck goes to the left side. Grizzlies take it. Reed Lebster carries out to center ice. Now Messner throws it back into the Grizzlies zone for Shear. Long-range pass connects to Manning at the Utah logo at center ice. Lebster, left wing pass to Fairbrother, who wings it around the boards. Manning collides with Johnson as they get to the puck about the same time near side. Hughes, long-range pass, bounces off a Fairbrother stick. Shear runs it down, drops it for Fairbrother. He'll push it to the middle for Aragon, who taps it to Wood. Wood on the right side. Tried to step over the line. Tabakin took it away. Now Stanek gets it left side. Stanek over the line. Skeets towards the high slot. Lefty shot. And that one hit the crossbar and flies out of play. Boy, Stanek fired glove side. It went over Schill, bounced off the crossbar, and the fans reacted to the ping as the iron was unkind for Sloan Stanek. And the draw is going to be in the Grizzlies zone with 15-13 left in the second. Looks like Tahoe is going to be a pretty good team. They certainly move pretty well from side to side. They've got good size. Luke Adam taking the face off, a big guy at 6'2", 207. As Tahoe, if they get good goaltending, they're going to win a lot of games this year. Utah wins the draw. It bounced off the end boards onto Schill, who covers up. 15:07 left in the second. Grizzlies so far have taken 4 shots in the second period, and Tahoe has taken 3. Nobody has scored here so far in the second period as Utah still leads 3-1. Nielsen will take the draw. Fans having a good time seeing themselves in the video board. Tahoe wins the draw. It goes to the far corner. Yoon took it away from Adam. As Yoon, pass ahead, hot pass to Nielsen on to Pastores. Cross ice off the boards near the bench area. Grizzlies enter. Nielsen trying to get to Pastores. It kicks off the skate. Troy Loggins gets the puck. He's got a breakaway. Skates down the middle. Backhand shot. He scores. Loggins had to be quick with his move as Dashke was on the back check. Loggins went to the backhand and fired it low past Adam Shield. And for Troy Loggins, he gets his 3rd goal of the season. And the Knight Monsters cut into the lead. It's now a 3-2 game. It's kind of a foot race. Puck was down the middle, gliding towards the Grizzlies zone. Loggins got it just as the puck was entering the Utah zone. And like I said, he had to make a quick move as Dashke was racing after him. It's an unassisted goal by Troy Loggins, 5:13 into the second period. Draw goes between the Grizzlies defenseman onto Shield, who'll bounce off a Night Monster. Turnover, high slot, righty shot. And that one goes wide as McGrew had the puck. He was probably closer to Shield than he was the high slot. Took the shot and just fired it high over the crossbar and out of play with 14:40 left in the second. So Night Monsters gaining a little bit of momentum. There was a thriller last night here at Maverik Center, the rivalry series, Team USA and Team Canada, as Team USA overcame a 4-1 third period deficit, scored 3 goals in about 6 minutes. Canada ended up winning in a shootout. Grizzlies in their own zone, skating from left to right, win the face-off. Fairbrother throws to the far side. Armstrong pushes to Fitz. Fitz gathers it, loses his balance. As Tahoe battles on the far side. Now the puck goes to Fitz at neutral ice as he gets taken off the puck by Tahoe. Grizzlies gather it. Armstrong skates towards the corner as he gets pushed by Chulach. Armstrong regains his balance. 2-on-2 battle in the far corner. Armstrong loses the puck as he got back checked by Chulach. As Grizzlies over to the left side, Buell trying to hack away. As Buell collided with Fitz, who lost his balance. Grizzlies over the line onto Buell. Buell gets pushed into the Tahoe zone as Fitz wings it around the boards. Grizzlies chase after it. Left point, lefty shot. Sticked away by Miskew. That was a quick shot taken by Messner. Tahoe, blue line to blue line pass, taps off a McGrew stick. Referee had to get out of the way, 1 of 2 tonight, and that's the big guy, Ben Betker. It's Grizzlies over in the near corner, brush along the near side. Lebster will feed it back to the middle for Messner. Hot pass connects to the left side for Dashke. He'll cross center ice and dump it in. Lebster avoids a check of Johnson. Over in the near corner, Johnson took it away from Lebster, is trying to locate it. As Tahoe to the far side, stops, pivots. They feed it back to Johnson near side as Tahoe will carry it out to neutral ice. Johnson crosses the center red line, and he'll wrap it around the wall. As Tahoe, that's Nate Callan, number 26. He battles with Dashke in the far corner. Hacking away is Robbins. Robbins feeds up top. Luke Adam, right point. Lefty shot is sticked away. As Yoon over to the near side. We'll get it to Lebster at the Utah line. Lebster crosses center ice, pushes to Dashke. Dashke over the right side. He's got 2 assists tonight. Takes a lefty shot. sticked away by Miskew. Near corner, Lebster throws it back to the far side, run down by Ryan Orgel. Orgel will loft it high into the air. It's gloved by Dunn. He gets hit as he was banging the puck away by Logan Nelson. Loggins from neutral ice will throw it in. Shield will force it back to the far side. Taps off Aragon's stick. Puck goes to Gallant, who carries across center ice looking for Wood. Now Gallant gets there before Tapakin gets behind it. Backhand shot saved by Miskew. Boy, good play by Gallant, who just kind of brushed the puck ahead, got around Tapakin, and had a pretty good look on a backhand shot, but Miskew made a glove save. 12:26 left in the second period. Troy Loggins scored unassisted, 5:13 in, as Utah leads Tahoe 2-1. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab. Get more.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Been a fun game so far. 12:26 left in the second period. Utah leads Tahoe 3-2. It looks like both teams are going to be pretty good this season. Draws over to the far side in the Tahoe zone. Grizzlies win the draw up top. Cade Jensen, left point. Lefty shot is blocked away by a stick, and it flies out of play as it might have bounced off of Simon Pinard's stick. Pinard had a great year with Savannah last year, and he's on an AHL contract with the Henderson Silver Knights. Cade Nilsson will take the draw. First-year pro. His father is a head coach in the EIHL. Tahoe wins the draw. They'll sky it into the Grizzly zone. Dunn gets the bouncing puck. He'll skate behind Utah's net. Dunn wearing number 26 will backhand it towards the far side. Nilsson overskates the puck. Hughes throws to the right side for Pinard. Pinard right point, dance around. Now he fires towards the net, and Schill sticks it away. Near side. Hughes over to the left side, skates towards the high slot, all alone. Righty shot is blocked away as upper brushes towards the far side, gets held up along the right side, skates out to center ice, upper across the center, and he'll fire it onto Miskew, who brushes away towards Cholach. Big hit delivered by Pastorius, puck at center ice. Left wing pass connects to Pinard. He'll throw it ahead as Tahoe around to the near corner. As battling is Armstrong. Armstrong trips up Tahoe, no call. Referees have let him play today. And there are two of them here tonight. Armstrong over the line, right side. Stops the point, loses the puck as Anthony Collins throws it to center ice and tapped off a stick. It's a 26th time Anthony Collins has faced the Grizzlies. Is over to the near side. Big hit delivered by Fitz on Robbins, who's maybe the smallest of the Knight Monsters. Grizzlies push it back to the Tahoe line, run down by a Knight Monsters defenseman. That's Nate Callan in his sixth game, looking for his first point. He'll throw it to the Utah line, chase after it. Shearer brushes ahead. Now Tahoe will dump it back in. That's Cal Kafuk, Kiefiuk. He's scoreless this season. He skates off the ice. Long-range pass down the middle, connects to Messner at neutral ice. He'll dump it in. Messner chases after it, but it's Brandon Tabakin with the puck. As Tabakin over to the far side, he's got good speed. He skates to neutral ice. He'll push it head towards Jones. Jones gets it brushed away by Manning. Grizzlies tattoo the near boards. Jones ahead as he was looking for McGrew. Pass goes wide. Grizzlies get to neutral ice. So cross center, puck off a stick and knuckles towards Yoon. Yoon gets around two skaters. Right side, tried to center. He gets knocked down by Ryan Orgel. As Yoon avoids a check. Gets to Messner. Right side, lefty shot. Saved by Miskew. A great effort by Brian Yoon, who might be Utah's best skater. He just got around two Knight Monsters like he was a figure skater. Had a good look on the right side. Got to the corner, dropped it for Messner. And Messner, well, he's really quick with that shot. That quick release gets on goaltenders in a hurry. 10 minutes, 13 seconds left in the second period, so we're about halfway through the scheduled 60 minutes. Tahoe scored first, 150 in with Jet Jones, and the Grizzlies responded with 3 unanswered later in the first period with Manning, Yoon, and Lebster finding the back of the net. Tahoe has the only goal so far in the second period, and that was unassisted by Troy Loggins, 5:13 in. For whatever reason, I'm thinking about Kenny Loggins. There's no relation, just the last name's the same. Grizzlies enter the zone, left side, Wood with a shot, saved by Miskew, as that was a blocker save. Puck goes out of play into row 2 of section 125. Fan comes away with a souvenir. Hopefully they're okay. The gal in the front row either was startled by it or maybe she got, puck ended up deflecting off of her. Hopefully everybody's okay. Draw is going to be in the Knight Monsters zone, so it's an offensive zone draw for Utah. As we mentioned, great to have Aaron Aragon back in Utah's lineup. He got a lower body injury on opening night, missed the last 4 games. He's been pretty good so far tonight. Tahoe wins the draw as El Saucedo pass goes tape to Luke Adams. Skates down the middle as he gets dragged down by Dashke, no call. As we mentioned, the officials are letting him play tonight. Director of Officiating Riley Yurkovich is in the building. Grizzlies cross into Tahoe territory, and they dump it in as Johnson on the back check. He gets challenged by Wood. Grizzlies get on the right side. They're in the attack zone. As Fairbrother skated towards the near goal line, he got it brushed away by Logan Nelson. Grizzlies retreat to neutralize voluntarily. Pass to Fairbrother is poked away by Loggins as Tahoe Hughes over the line, but he couldn't reach it in the near circle. Tahoe Nelson centers it out. Right side shot and a score. Nelson to Callan to the back of the net. Just like that, we're tied at 3 with 9:10 left in the second. Logan Nelson's been a Grizzlies killer. He's usually done it with the shot, but he found Nate Callan cutting all alone down the middle. Pass went tape to tape, and Callan wins stick side over Adam Scheel. For Nate Callan, he had 5 goals with the Glasgow Clan in the EIHL. 2 years ago, he had 5 goals in 34 games for Maine in this league. Tahoe wins the draw. They dump it in. It's a brand new game as Tahoe has scored 2 unanswered here in the second. Puck goes out of the zone into Tahoe's end. Miskew runs it down in the near corner. He'll push it to the far side. Kind of a dangerous play by the Knight Monsters, but they move it to center ice. Now Tahoe over the line. They skate towards the right side, dropping off. Centering pass is picked off by Utah's. They were looking for Stanek down the middle. Fitz ahead to Buell. Gets the skipping puck with ease. Armstrong loses his balance along the near side. He's behind Tahoe's net. Fitz battles, but Tahoe comes out with a puck. Knight Monsters throw it to the high slot. Yoon catches it. Gets towards Buell. Right side shot is blocked away by Miskew's glove. But that was a good look by Buell to try to break up the tie. As Pennard skates over, left side shot. Kick away by Scheel. As Pennard had a good look. He's got 1 goal this season. Pennard throws it behind the net for Kafuk. He'll feed it to the right side. Now back towards Pennard. He's on the right side looking for a siren pass. Instead throws it up top. Orgel across towards Tabakin. Tabakin around the wall as Messner will gather it behind Scheel's net. Now he skates along the far side. Messner with good speed. Gets a new try. He gets tripped up. Boy, no call. As we mentioned, the officials are letting him play tonight. Scherer gains the center red line and dumps it in. As Tabakin behind his net will push to the far side. As Tahoe will backhand it off the far boards. It's brushed away before Anthony Collins could gather it. Dashke in Utah's end. Long-range pass connects to Lebster. He skates towards the right circle to get a righty shot. Saved by Miskew. Boy, Lebster had a good look. He tried to fire it under Miskew's right arm, but Miskew makes the stop with 7:38 left in the second. Boy, Lebster's got 1 tonight. He decided to go stick side on Miskew, who kind of came out of his crease for a few feet to cut off the shooting angle. Boy, Lebster's been outstanding, and really it's been that forward line of Messner, Lebster, and Manning that have done a good job for Utah. Gallant talking with Dashke as the draw is going to be in the near circle of the Tahoe zone. Aragon's in the right wing. Wood in the left side. Draw won by Tahoe. Wood continues to battle, but Tahoe feeds to the near corner. As Kapchek skates around his net, he'll push it to the far wing boards. Gallant battles. Kapchek hacks away. Grizzlies in the attack zone, trying to brush it ahead. Puck goes to the right side. Dashke gets the knuckling puck, throws it to the near corner. As Wood delivers a hit on McGrew, but McGrew keeps the puck and feeds to the far right side. Puck deflects off of Gallant at center ice, and dumping in is Jones, who scored the first goal of the night. And the puck deflects off the glass and out of play with 7:09 left in the second. on Tahoe's tying goal that came 10:50 into the second. It was Callan getting the goal his first as a Knight Monster, with Logan Nelson picking up his second assist of the year. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Knight Monsters 3. Fans having a good time tonight, and considering the rivalry game that's taken place downtown at Rice-Eccles Stadium, an outstanding Saturday crowd. Off the draw, it's won by Tahoe. Shot by Adam is deflected by a stick, and it flies out of play with 7:05 left in the second. Matt Nelson will take the draw for Tahoe as Gallant comes off the ice. Replacing him is Cade Nilsson. Nilsson will take the draw. He's out there with Wood and Aragon. Earlier today, the Grizzlies signed a forward. His name is Reed Morrison. Morrison was actually a college teammate with the Tahoe goaltender Dylan Miskew at Western Ontario. Morrison might play tomorrow. Oh, far side turnover as Schill covers up. Oy Jensen had the puck in the far side, tried to just curl the puck around the net, kind of flubbed it towards Schill, and Schill was able to make the save, but Oy Jensen was challenged quite a bit by Luke Adam. Puck ended up hitting the side of the net before Schill was able to locate it and cover up. And even 7 minutes are left in the second period. Fans are having a good time, and as we mentioned, a great crowd considering the big rivalry game between BYU and Utah. Grizzlies won the draw, done around his net, gets towards Wood at neutral ice. Aragon dumps into the near corner. He steps over the Tahoe line as Aragon battles with Johnson. Wood along the near side. One hands it up top to Fairbrother, trying to get it back to the corner, and it was played not with a high stick by Loggins, says the official. It was pretty close. Loggins to Nelson at neutral ice. Nelson dumps it in. That's Logan Nelson, who had an assist in the second period to tie it up a few minutes ago. Beal right side gets around Stanek. Now he steps over the line. Right side takes a lefty shot that goes wide as he missed the net glove side on Miskew. As Wood dances around now, trying to get to Armstrong on the far circle. It's poked away by Tahoe. Puck bounces into the Grizzlies' neutral ice as Yoon takes a spill. Stanek ahead to Pinard. Left side, dances towards the slot, and he gets cut off by Dunn. Fitz lifts it high into the air. Puck bounces into Knight Monsters' ice. Tabakin gathers it. Long-range pass to the center ice logo. Connects to Hughes. He'll backhand it to Stanek along the near board. Stanek avoids Fitz check and dumps it in. Grizzlies clear it back to center. Armstrong over the line to Manning, but the Grizzlies are offside with 5:50 left in the second. Timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. 2 unanswered by Tahoe here in the second period. Means we're tied at 3. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Five minutes and 50 seconds left in the second period. We're tied at 3. Mick Messner's got 2 assists for the Grizzlies. Derek Dashke also with 2 assists. Grizzlies have goals from Manning, Yoon, and Lebster. On that Callan goal that was scored 10:50 into the second, they added an assist to Bear Hughes. So Hughes now has 4 assists on the season. Hughes came into play with 6 points in 5 games for Tahoe, and he was their leading scorer. Drown's going to be at neutral ice. Luke Manning will take the face-off. He's out there with Lebster and Messner. Up top is Dashke and Jensen. As Dashke had been paired with Yoon for most of the night, but Jensen's out there with Dashke. Tahoe has outshot Utah 23-19, but the Grizzlies have an edge in the second period. Utah wins the draw. Dashke will wheel it around the boards. Messner collides with a Tahoe player. Tahoe got there first as the Knight Monsters right wing pass connects. Skating over the line is Kafuk. Kafuk stops in the far corner, dangles. Now he centers out front. Shot saved by Shield. Boy, what a stop by Shield. He keeps it tied. Collins backhand shot saved by Shield. As Grizzlies get out to new tries. Pass bounced off a Messner stick. Tahoe gets it back. Robbins does a half circle across the center ice, and he'll spin it along the roulette table as Tahoe completes a full line change. Webster across the center ice. He dumps it in as he collided with Johnson. Callan gathers the puck. Grizzlies change things up as well. Callan crosses center ice down the middle, and he'll sky it in. Puck bounces off the end boards on one hop of the ice. Fairbrother towards the near side as Gallant falls down. Boy, a lot of players falling down here in the second period. Ice might be a little bit tricky. Towards the near goal line, Jones' backhand shot goes wide. Right side, puck is spun around. Jones couldn't get the skipping puck behind Utah's net. Grizzlies near side as Fairbrother gets held up. Grizzlies sky it just under the video board as puck hit the ops in the Tahoe zone. No icing as Tahoe skates around their net. Long-range pass connects to Newell at the Utah line. He'll step over it. He'll get to Jones on the right side. Jones across towards McGrew. One-timer goes wide as he fired away from the left circle. As Newell, far side, Fairbrother closes the gap as he shadows Newell like a hawk. Newell breaks free of Fairbrother. He dances around the far side, centers out in front. It goes wide as he was looking for Luke Adam in front of the crease. Grizzlies run it down. Aragon crosses center ice, steps over the line. Tahoe back defensively. Aragon lays it for Gallant back towards Aragon, who gets cut off by Loggins, who's a good player. Dunn on the right side, dances around. Loggins shadowing him. Dunn tries to break free of Loggins. He skates towards the near corner. He gets there with ease. Now he stops, skates back towards the right point, which is the near side. As Dunn tried to 3 feet it back to the corner, lost his balance. Now Dunn gets it back at the Tahoe line, dumps it to the near corner. Tahoe will tap it off the near glass, and it looks like it's going to be icing, and it will as the whistle blows with 3 minutes and 38 seconds left in the second. Well, one guy for Tahoe that we mentioned scored their second goal, which was the first of the second period, Troy Loggins. You know, he kind of joked about him not being related to Kenny. Last season, he played in Slovakia and had 21 goals in 38 games. He's got some AHL experience with Grand Rapids. He played his college hockey at Northern Michigan University. Draw on the far side is won by Utah. Armstrong feeds it up top to Dashke. Dashke, 16 goals last year. Left point. Shot goes over the crossbar. Stays in play. Yoon feeds up top. Right point to Buell. Over to Yoon, but the puck hit the top of the boards as Yoon couldn't handle it. Adam, cross-ice pass is wide of the mark. Grizzlies run it down to their line. Dashke gets it across to Yoon. Well, ice playing a little bit slow here tonight. It's been heavily used this week, even though this is the first game this week. Obviously, last night with the women's game. Over to the near corner, deep in the Tahoe zone, 2-on-2 battle. Fitz and Buell hold their ground against Tahoe. Buell feeds up top to Yoon, who will tap it off the end boards. Ryan Orgel runs it down, O-R-G-E-L. As Fitz throws it back to the right point, nobody home. Dashke will run after it. The near side, both teams will switch up forwards. Dashke gets a new tries with ease. He'll feed it to his left. Dumping it in is Cade Nilsson as Tahoe will tap it off the far glass. Shearer runs it down. It's going to be icing on Tahoe with 2:36 left in the second. Last season, James Shearer played in the EIHL with the Coventry Blaze and had 2 goals and 11 assists. See quite a few players going from the ECHL to EIHL and vice versa. Grizzlies have a few players that played with them last year there in the EIHL, including a pair of teammates, Quinn Wickers and Adam Berg. They're currently with the EIHL's Nottingham Panthers. Draw one by Utah as they continue to battle on the far side. Barry Hughes will backhand it to Stanek. Puck got about 5 feet of air under it. Utah loses its balance. Skating against Pinard, he loses control of the puck. Boy, the ice has really been crazy here tonight. As Hughes, near side shot is blocked by Upper. A lot of guys losing their balance and falling down. And these are all pros. These are all outstanding skaters. But it looks like the puck's been tough to handle, and guys are having a tough time keeping their balance. Tahoe over on the far side. They're in their own zone as they'll pitch it looking for Hughes. Hughes has to run it down. Puck off the near wall. Shearer gathers it near circles. He skates around Shield's net. Hot pass connects to Manning. Manning races down cross center ice. He skates down Broadway. Veers off to the left. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by miscue. as Manning over the line, and he dashed from blue line to blue line like a blur and fired a low liner. Miscue made the save. For a second, he kind of looked like he didn't know where it was, but he was able to gather it around the bottom of his pad and hold on with 1:51 left in the second. So we're tied at 3, but once again, when you need to get the momentum, you get that Messner, Manning, and Webster line out there. They have really done a good job tonight, as all 3 of those forwards are still a +2 on the evening. Manning will take the draw against Jet Jones. Jones is the answer to the trivia question as to who scored Tahoe's first road goal as a franchise. Tahoe, Cal Kafuk couldn't gather it along the near boards. Manning dumps it back in from neutral ice. Miscue drops it. Johnson spins along the near wall. Dunn throws to the high slot. Dancing around is Manning. Manning skates towards the right corner. Stops. He gets held up by Johnson. Johnson's played a good game along the boards for Tahoe. I believe he's got some experience with Fort Wayne, if I remember right. Messner, right side, lefty shot is sticked away. Shot probably would have gone wide, but Miscue was able to cut it off. Now left side, lefty shot. Glove save by Miscue as Messner fired a blast. And a good glove save by Dylan Miscue, who's making his professional debut tonight. 1 minute and 14 seconds are left in the second. Well, we had mentioned the Grizzlies have been a good second period club as they were outscoring opponents 9-5 coming into play tonight through 5 games. But tonight, Tahoe has a +2 advantage. Randy Connolly going to the concession stands. He shakes his head back and forth. It's kind of smart last minute of a period to beat that concessions traffic as Tahoe over the line as they won the faceoff. McGrew will shuffle towards the near corner looking for a centering pass that never came. Grizzlies get out to center ice. Armstrong with good speed over the line. He gets back checked and knocked down by McGrew. Puck goes in front of Tahoe's net as the Knight Monsters will clear it all the way, and it looks like it's going to be icing on Tahoe as there's 50.6 seconds left in the second. You know, it's possible the officials want to watch that BYU-Utah game. They want to keep the game rolling along. We have not seen many penalties. In fact, I can't recall a penalty in this second period. And we've only had one in the game, and that was Johnson, who got a delay of game minor, 7:45 in. So that was one of those. The officials, the only call they had to make is figuring out whether their puck hit the glass, and it clearly didn't. So they haven't called a slash, a hook, a hold, anything like that here in tonight's game. Because of that, that's kept the game moving along. We had the Fighting Majors by Collins and Pastorius late in the first period. But, you know, those kind of offset. We continue to play 5-on-5 after that. Tahoe wins the draw. They're in their own zone, skating from right to left. Orgel. Pass goes tape to tape to McGrew. He battles with Fairbrother. McGrew dumps it into the Grizzly zone, not all the way. Aragon with a Dashke back to Aragon, who skates down the middle. Aragon's second full season as a pro. In this league, at least, he played in the SPHL as he dumps it in, but he was in Grizzlies territory. He didn't cross the center red line before dumping it in. So icing is on Utah with 26.1 seconds left in the second. Actually, after a bit of a talk, I thought Aragon did gain center ice, and it looks like the officials have said that he did. So the draw is going to be at center ice. See, my eyes aren't that bad. I thought Aragon had gotten center ice, and he did after the officials talked it over. Center ice draw is won by Cole Gallant as they throw it back to the Utah line for Fairbrother. Across to Dashke as Grizzlies switch up the defensive lines. Cross ice pass looking for Wood along the near side. He couldn't reach it. No icing, though, as Stanek will push it ahead. Gallant on the right side hustles to keep it in, but it bounced off a stick. Stanek, blue line to blue line pass connects. Pinard, right side, gets it brushed away by Dashke. Fairbrother runs it down. He saucers to neutralize. Grizzlies across towards Wood, and that will do it for second period action. As Tahoe got second period goals from Troy Loggins. That came unassisted, 5:13 in, and then 10:50 in. It was Nate Callan scoring for the first time as a Knight Monster, with Logan Nelson and Bear Hughes getting the assists. So it looks like we got a fun third period in store. It's basically that concept. If you win the period, you win the game. And the Grizzlies are looking to do that. As we got a good one here at Maverik Center. Grizzlies got first period goals from Luke Manning, Brian Yoon, and Reed Webster. But Tahoe's got goals from Jet Jones. That came in the first period. And as we mentioned, the second period goals by Loggins and Callan. We'll come back and recap the first 2 periods of play and also go over some scores from around the world of sports. After 40 minutes of play here at Maverik Center, it's the Utah Grizzlies 3, and the Tahoe Knight Monsters 3. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
Jerry Seiner, the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty. 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
Second intermission here at Maverik Center, and we're tied at 3. If you joined us late, Tahoe is making their first road appearance as a franchise. They played their first 5 games of the season at home. It's their first road game in team history, and it's the first appearance between Tahoe and Utah all time. In fact, it's the first time since April 9th and 10th, the Grizzlies of 2014, where the Grizzlies played a team from the state of Nevada. Jet Jones got Tahoe on the board first, 150 in. It's his second goal of the season. Patrick Newell and Ryan Orgel with the assist. That was 150 into the first period. Grizzlies responded with a tying goal as Luke Manning scored from the left wing. It was 3:29 into the first. Dashke and Messner with the assists. Utah took a 2-1 lead as Brian Yoon scored from the right point. There was a lot of traffic out in front of the net, but he got a second of the year. Dashke and Cade Nilsson with the assists. A minute and 18 seconds later, Reed Lepster extended Utah's lead to 3-1 as he scored his third of the year. Shearer and Messner with the assists. 15 seconds after Utah took a 3-1 lead, we got the Coca-Cola can race. We got to stop everything. Diet Coke's got a lead as they're about halfway through. Sprite in a pair of blue jeans as they go around the net to the left side. Coca-Cola checks Fanta along the end boards. Sprite and Diet Coke, they're in a head-dead heat. Now Diet Coke crosses center ice. He's like a blur. Diet Coke, is that Luke Manning? As he crossed the finish line easily. But it looked like Luke Manning going from coast to coast as Diet Coke gets the victory. The Coca-Cola can race. Well, last Saturday it looked like a tie. This time it was Diet Coke doing its best Luke Manning impersonation, just flying down the middle of the ice. And Diet Coke gets the victory. Where were we at? Oh, yeah, 16:58 into the first. Andrew Collins, the linesman. Anthony Collins got in a fight with Nick Pastorius. That was 16:58 into the first. Collins threw a bunch of rights. You got to credit Pastorius for keeping his feet as Collins got more punches in, but Pastorius really showed a lot of toughness and not hitting the ice for that fight. And Collins and Pastorius fought 16:58 into the first period. Utah led 3-1 after one period. Tahoe did get a 16-9 shot advantage in the first period. Now in the second period, the Grizzlies outshot Tahoe 12-9, but it's Tahoe that scored the only 2 goals of the period. Troy Loggins had a breakaway as puck ended up at the Utah line. It was just down the middle. Loggins raced after it, got it. Dashke was chasing after him, and Dashke really was only about a step or two behind. And so Loggins really didn't have a ton of time to put on a move, but he did go to his backhand and then slid it. It didn't look like it went five-fold, just kind of slid past the right ankle of Shield and into the back of the net as Loggins picked up his third goal of the season. Well, Troy Loggins looks like he's going to be a good player. In fact, he's apparently become a fan favorite in Tahoe. I did see some Tahoe Knight Monsters jerseys here in attendance. Looks like a few fans have made the trip for Tahoe's first ever road game. And one of the jerseys was a Troy Loggins jersey. And he scored 5:13 into the second period unassisted. Tahoe tied it up 10:50 into the second as Logan Nelson was along the near wing boards. He found Nate Callan cutting towards the net. Pass went tape to tape, and Callan was all alone, and he went glove side past Shield as he tied it up 10:50 into the second. Nelson and Hughes picked up the assist. Hughes has been a good goal scorer and a good point producer for Tahoe so far this season. He's up to 7 points on the year. So even though the Grizzlies had a shot advantage of 12-9, both teams had 5 scoring chances, according to the off-ice officials in the second period, meaning that Tahoe, through 2 periods, has a 12-9 edge in the scoring chances category. Face-offs, kind of feels like Tahoe has a slight edge, but it's the Grizzlies that have a 24-20 edge in the face-off circle. On hits, Utah's had 12 hits. Tahoe has 8. Too many giveaways, though, on both sides. Grizzlies have 12 giveaways, and Tahoe has 11. As we mentioned, the ice surface kind of has been a little bit odd. A lot of players falling down and a lot of guys mishandling the puck. And that kind of has played a factor here through 2 periods tonight. Well, it's anybody's game, and it'll be interesting to see if anybody gets a power play. We had mentioned, both teams have struggled on the penalty kill so far this season. He mentioned special teams could play a factor, but it really hasn't. As he mentioned, the officials are really letting them play. The only penalty that resulted in a power play was the delay of game penalty, 7:45 into the first period, and that was a delay of game by Jake Johnson. Otherwise, nothing really has been called. Obviously, Collins and Pastores each got the matching fighting majors. But it's kind of interesting how the officials are letting them play. And the director of officiating, Riley Yurkovich, is in the building this evening. And I wonder if that might have something to do with it. But we'll see what happens in the third period. You know what they say, you win the period, you win the game. And with it being deadlocked at 3, that certainly rings true tonight. When we come back in 1 minute, we'll go over some league scores as well as NHL scores here on this Saturday night. Once again, second intermission, we're tied at 3 between the Grizzlies and the Knight Monsters. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 30 new Kia Seltos models and save up to $2,000 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Second intermission, we're tied at 3 between the Grizzlies and the Knight Monsters. Other action going on around the league. Tulsa defeats Allen 4-0. That game looks like it's just gone final. So Tulsa gets the victory. Remember, the Grizzlies will face Allen 3 times next week. Next Wednesday morning at 9:30 in the Mountain Time Zone, 10:30 locally in Allen. And then Friday and Saturday nights will be at 6 o'clock in the Mountain Time Zone. And that should be a fun series at Credit Union of Texas Event Center. After 2 periods, Rapid City is looking for their first victory of the season. They got a tough opponent in Kansas City. However, after 2 periods, Rapid City leads Kansas City 3-2. And Scott Burt's crew is looking for their first win of the season. They are 0-6-1-2. Kansas City, the defending Western Conference champions, are 6-1-0-1. All the other action in the league has gone final. Kyle Mayhew had 1 assist to lead Fort Wayne to a 4-3 win over Kalamazoo. Toledo shuts out Cincinnati 4-0, and Cincinnati's off to a bad start as they are now 0-6-2 on the campaign. Wheeling defeats Trois Rivières 4-3. Greenville shuts out Atlanta 3-0. Savannah gets a 4-3 victory over the Idaho Steelheads, and that's a regulation win for Savannah. Their record is now 7-2 on the season. Idaho falls to 5-4. Reading defeats Indy 4-2. Jacksonville over South Carolina 5-3. Iowa, it's a 4-2 win over Bloomington. Florida over Orlando 4-1. Dante Januzzi stopped 30 of 32 as Norfolk defeated Adirondack 3-2. And Worcester gets a 5-1 win over Maine. So that's the league scores. Let's check in on those who are living the dream. Some NHL scores tonight. And the Nashville Predators get a 4-0 victory over the Utah Hockey Club as Nashville goes to 5-9-1 this season. Philip Forsberg is the number 1 star as he had 2 goals. It was a 26-save shutout by Saros. As Nashville gets their 5th win of the season, Utah falls to 6-3. The Grizzlies NHL affiliate, the Colorado Avalanche, put together a good, strong second period. They lead Carolina 5-3. All 5 of the Avalanche goals tonight have come in the second period. Lehkonen and McKinnon each have 1 goal and 1 assist. Rantanen also has 1 goal and 1 assist. Kel McCarr has also found the back of the net for the Avalanche as the superstars have come through as Colorado leads Carolina 5-3 after 2 periods. Other NHL action. Colorado has that second intermission lead 5-3. 2 other games in progress. First intermission, Edmonton leads Vancouver 1-0, and after 2 periods, LA leads Columbus 2-1. In a shootout, Buffalo defeated Calgary 3-2. Winnipeg just continues to win. They defeat Dallas 4-1. Florida, in a shootout, gets a 4-3 win over Philadelphia. In overtime, Ottawa defeats Boston 3-2. Toronto over Montreal 4-1. Rangers shut out the Red Wings 4-0. As it was Jonathan Quick getting the 37-save shutout. Panarin had 1 goal and 1 assist, and for Quick, it's his 61st career shutout. As the Rangers get a 4-0 victory over the Red Wings. Capitals throttle the Blues 8-1. In overtime, the Devils get a 4-3 win over the New York Islanders. That's the NHL scores tonight. We mentioned Nashville got a 4-0 victory over Utah. We'll come back and have second period action. Let's take a look at the Holy War. Late first quarter, no score. BYU does have first and goal at the 5-yard line. 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. No score between BYU and Utah. We'll check some other scores on the other side. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Every new day is a chance to be kinder to your body and your mind. U of U Health is here to help you build strength and confidence every day. Let us help you be a better you. U of U Health, official health partner for the Utah Jazz, Utah Hockey Club, Utes Athletics, and the Utah Grizzlies. Take the first step today at uofuhealth.org.
Welcome back to Maverik Center. Third period action will begin in about 4 minutes. Don't forget to join us tomorrow here at Maverik Center as Grizzlies and Knight Monsters complete a 2-game series. Coverage begins at 2:50. Face-off will be at 3:10, but we want to see you here at Maverik Center. Your tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com. Utah will start a 6-game road trip on Wednesday morning. That's right, Wednesday morning, as the Grizzlies will take on the Allen Americans in the first of a 3-game set. Utah will also face Allen next Friday and Saturday. Face-off both of those nights will be at 6:05. And then the following week, Grizzlies will take on Arendelle and the Wichita Thunder in a 3-game set. That's going to be Wednesday, Friday, and that's going to be Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 3 straight nights, November 20th through the 22nd. As we mentioned in the pregame report, it's the first time the Grizzlies have faced a team from the state of Nevada since April 9th and 10th of 2014. It was a crazy game where the ice fell apart after 2 periods. They had to suspend the game, and that was on April 9th. The score is tied at 1, and they had to play the third period at the Olympic Oval in Kearns. David Valerani scored a third period goal 10:09 in, and Utah came away with a 2-1 victory. Aaron Dell was in net for the Grizzlies that night. He stopped 19 of 20, and who knows, maybe we'll see Aaron Dell when the Grizzlies take on the Wichita Thunder. He's currently on their roster. Dell's got plenty of NHL experience, almost a decade's worth, mostly with the San Jose Sharks. When we come back, we'll have third period action as we're tied at 3. We'll skate 5-on-5 in 2 minutes. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Intermission Report on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
When you buy tires at Les Schwab, you're getting more than just tires. You're getting America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. So if something happens to your tire on the road, we'll fix it, or we'll replace it, no questions asked. Other places make you pay extra for that kind of protection, but at Les Schwab, it's included with every set of tires, because more warranty means less worry, and nobody stands by their tires like Les Schwab.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
We got a good one here at Maverik Center as we're tied at 3 heading into the third period. Grizzlies had a 3-1 lead after 1 period. Tahoe scored 2 unanswered in the second by Troy Loggins, unassisted 5:13 in, and Nate Cowan 10:50 in, with Nelson and Hughes getting the assists. Derek Dashke and Mick Messner each have 2 assists. Grizzlies have 3 players who are a +2 tonight, and that's the forward line of Messner, Webster, and Manning. That's the 3 forwards on the ice to start the third period. Grizzlies will have Fairbrother and Shearer on the defensive line to start the third. Tahoe will have Luke Adam, Logan Nelson, and Troy Loggins. That's the 3 forwards, and the 2 defensemen that started the game are out there in Archer Cholach and Brennan Kapchek. Grizzlies will skate from right to left as we see it from high top section 114. Tahoe will skate from our right to our left. Adam Schill in net for the Grizzlies has saved 22 of 25. In his pro debut, Dylan Miskew has saved 18 of 21. Grizzlies win the draw as Fairbrother ahead, tapped off the Webster stick, and it flies into the Tahoe zone. Tahoe gathers the puck as Logan Nelson along the near side backhands it ahead as Loggins gloves it, drops it. Tried to dump it in. It's gloved by Shearer about shoulder high. He immediately drops it. He'll push it ahead. Skipping puck. Kapchuk gets it. Trying to get to Adam, who couldn't handle a hot pass. As Matt Manning gets around Loggins, a big-time collision as Manning dumped it in. Manning and Kapchuk collided at neutral ice. Now Manning along the near side in the attack zone. Feeds up top to Sherry. Dance around the left point. Take a lefty shot. And that's blocked about 5 feet in front of Miskew. And Tahoe clears it all the way to the Grizzlies zone down the middle as both teams will reshuffle the deck. We're about 50 seconds into the third period, tied at 3. Aragon to the far side for Gallant, who dances around, gets neutralized, trying to push it ahead. He gets tripped up, and a penalty is going to be on Tahoe. Dashke dances around horizontally, steps over the line, brushes it to Wood, and Tahoe touches up. As we had mentioned, it could be a power play in the third period, as we haven't had one since the first half of the first period, as Sloan Stanek gets 2 minutes for tripping. 1:04 into the third period. Grizzlies power play to start the season. Obviously, they're 0 for 1 tonight. They were 21.1% coming into play. Grizzlies are an even 20% now at 4 for 20. Tahoe has struggled on the penalty kill, 72.2% through 5 games. Grizzlies, this is probably a point where you miss a guy like Neil Shea, who's currently up in the AHL with the Colorado Eagles. As the draw won by Utah, Dashke gets up top to Yoon. He's on the right side, skates towards the high slot, shoulder fake. Now gets to Wood on the left side, back to Yoon. The puck goes past Yoon. Yoon races it down near the Grizzlies bench. He'll get it to Dashke across to Wood. Wood gathers after it, bounced off his skate. Wood one-hands it into the near corner. Tahoe will tap it off the near glass. Wood, near side, gets it across to Dashke in the high slot. Dashke drops it for Yoon, who feeds to Wood, left side. Wood directs it to the near goal line for Glon, who one-hands it towards the net. Puck still alive at the side of the net. Everybody hacking away on both teams. Grizzlies trying to jab it into the back of the net. Puck goes towards the crease, and it's covered up by Miskew. Boy, Tahoe, if you're a football team, you'd love to have an offensive line like what Tahoe built right there to allow Miskew to cover up. As there's a lot of action along the near goal line, puck just kind of rotated its way towards Miskew, is able to cover up. Both teams make a line change. Draw's going to be in the Tahoe zone, and offensive zone 1 for Utah. Messner joins the ice. Watch out for him. He could be critical on the power play. Manning will take the draw. He's had a good game. Armstrong, Lepster, and Fairbrother. That's a 5 on the ice, 4 forwards and 1 defenseman. 18:20 is left in the third period and 1:24 left in the power play. Utah wins the draw. Lepster to Fairbrother. He's on the right side, dangles with the puck. He keeps it, surveys, now throws to the far circle for Shearer. Back up top for Lepster. Over to Fairbrother. Now to Manning. He's on the left side. Actually, I said sure. That was actually Armstrong. Manning drops it for Fairbrother, but the puck exits the zone. Grizzlies have to tag back up and neutralize. Fairbrother in Grizzlies territory, crosses the center red line, skates towards the Tahoe bench and dumps it in. Puck goes around the net. Orgel bounced to the near side. It bounced off of Manning as tried to brush as Hughes fanned on, clearing it out. Now Hughes will leave no doubt as he'll clear it all the way deep into the Grizzlies zone. Tahoe makes a full line change, getting 4 fresh skaters on the ice. Grizzlies, Gianni Fairbrother skates neutral, so he'll chip it back to Manning. Manning to center ice, left wing, across the center red line. Now feeds to Armstrong along the near boards. Armstrong trying to center it. Now puck goes to the right side, across to Fairbrother. He dangles. Shot gets redirected and it goes wide. It got redirected by Messner. Out towards Lepster, who swung and missed as he got his time and space taken away. Fairbrother to Manning, back to Fairbrother. Shot and it's kicked away by Miskew. Late in the power play, 10 seconds left. Manning to Messner, back to Manning, over to Messner, skates around Tahoe's net to the far side. He feeds up top to Lepster. Right side, Lepster dances around. Now he'll wheel it around the boards. Tahoe's back at full strength. The Stanik's out of the box. Puck goes to neutralize. Grizzlies chip it towards Lepster. Stanik took it away. Stanik feeds to the near corner, run down by McGrew as we're tied at 3.5 minutes into the third period. McGrew feeds it to the far side. Jensen gets a skipping puck. Jensen ahead towards Lepster. He gets challenged, but gets the puck at the Utah line. Now feeds it back to Jensen. Grizzlies make a full line change. 3.5 minutes into the third period. Jensen to Dunn, who lays it for Gallant. Back to Jensen near side. Grizzlies still in their own zone. They'll push to center ice. Wood couldn't handle the hot puck near the center ice logo. Now Wood gets it back. Trying to chip it towards Gallant. And Tahoe gets a stick in the way. Nelson knuckles it in. Grizzlies chasing after it. Jensen will skate towards the far side. He'll push it towards Wood, who gets hit along the boards. Puck goes to the Tahoe line. It's run down by Luke Adam. Grizzlies quickly make a line change. Adam to the right side, trying to get to Loggins at the Utah line. Pass goes incomplete, and icing is on Tahoe with 15:57 left in the third. It's been a fun one here tonight. We know there's a lot of sports and entertainment options out there. We appreciate everybody who chose the Grizzlies tonight. Cade Nilsson will take the draw. He's got Upper to his left and Pastorius to his right. Dashke and Yoon once again playing big minutes. They're the defensive line for Utah. Taking the draw and winning it is Logan Nelson for Tahoe, the former Rapid City skater. As long as the near goal line, Pastorius gets back checked by Orgel and couldn't get a shot off. It's Pastorius to the far side, dangles around, backhand shot is blocked by Orgel. Grizzlies hack away, puck still alive. Utah kicks it towards the middle. Now Dashke in the left wing takes a lefty shot and it's blocked. Chasing after it, it's Loggins who blocked it. 2-on-1. Loggins across, pass connects to Adam. He'll take a left wing shot, and that one goes wide. He fired a low liner that missed the net. Yoon already Upper, steps over the line, drops it for Nilsson. Cade Nilsson to the near corner for Tyson Upper, trying to get it back to Nilsson. Nilsson gets it brushed away. Logan Nelson gets it. 3-on-2, he crosses center ice. Right wing pass connects. Now down the middle to Robbins. He'll take a shot, and he scores. Adam Robbins gets his first of the year, and I believe it's his first as a pro. An odd man rush turns into a goal as Tahoe takes a 4-3 lead. And they are going to save the puck for Adam Robbins. As Robbins, he had 11 goals in 30 games with Princeton last year. It's his first year as a pro. Not very big. He's 5'8" and 154 pounds, soaking wet. And he gets his first pro goal with Cal Kafuk. And Logan Nelson gained the assist. And for Nelson, that's his second assist of the night. So 3 unanswered for Tahoe, and this Maverik Center crowd is stunned. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Fairbrother skies it in. Puck hippity hops to the far corner, deep in the Tahoe zone. Tahoe brushes over to Robbins, who's got to be on cloud 9. He'll throw it to center ice. He gets blasted by Fitz. One of the linesmen went down. Robbins exits the ice. As in front of the net, Fairbrother pushes ahead. Puck gets bounced off of Fitz's stick. Anthony Collins fires from center ice, gloved and dropped by Shield. As Fairbrother restarts the attack. Grizzlies from right to left. Left wing pass to Armstrong. Did he get a piece of it? Even if he did, he's in Grizzlies territory. Icing is on Utah with 14:40 left in the third. So draw comes back towards Adam Shield. He has saved 22 of 26. Tahoe does have a 26-23 advantage in the shot count. Draw's going to be the near side. Cameron Buell will take it for Utah. It was my pick to click. Hopefully your pick to click's having a good game. Buell's had some good looks from the right side tonight. There's a draw one by... Well, McGrew kicks into the near corner. Grizzlies come up with it. Fairbrother tosses past Armstrong. Puck is gathered by Tahoe at neutral ice. Pass towards the far side. Isn't handled by Jones. Now Jones battles with 3 Grizzlies near their bench. Tahoe comes out with it. Knight Monsters step over the line as Cholach, the 6'1 defenseman, skates towards the near corner. Backhand shot goes wide. Shield didn't locate it. Fitz races to the far side, and he'll sky it into Knight Monsters ice. Grizzlies will get 5 fresh skaters on the ice. Long-range pass, taps off the Newell stick. Puck goes to Dunn in the slot of the Grizzlies zone. He'll feed it back to Jensen near side. Jensen to Messner. It's taken away by Jones, who takes a spill. Like we said, the ice has been tricky as a lot of players losing their balance on their own. Tahoe ahead. Messner couldn't handle it as Pinard collides with Manning. Webster gets spun around at center ice, drops it for Manning. Manning over the line, skates towards the near corner. He gets pushed along the boards and taken off the puck by Nate Callan, who's had a good game. Tahoe lifts it to center ice. Run down, left side. Tahoe looks to feather it out in front on a spinning move, and Jensen poked it away. As Tahoe gets it back in their own zone, Ryan Orgel keeps his head up and feeds it ahead to Pinard. Simone Pinard skates down the middle, steps over the line, veers off to the left. He's got good speed. Left side shot, saved by Shield. Rebound, Pinard around the net. He throws to the right side. Another monster takes a shot, and Shield makes a save as Stanek took a spill as he was trying to accept the pass from Pinard. Orgel took the shot from the slot, and Shield made a save around the Grizzlies logo at the front of his jersey. He holds on, 13:09 left in the third, where Tahoe takes a 4-3 lead. As 4:47 into the third, it was Adam Robbins getting his first pro goal. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. We've got over 350 new Kias to choose from. Savings. Shop over 40 new Kia Sportage models and save up to $2,500 off when you buy. Jerry Seiner has been the area's most trusted automotive source for over 40 years. Little wonder then how we've made thousands of friends to last a lifetime. Jerry Seiner Kia, South Jordan.
When you pay with the Nitro card at Maverik, you always save 10 cents or more on fuel every gallon, every day. And you could save a whole lot more thanks to Nitro Best Price. Pick up a Nitro card and upgrade your Adventure Club account today.
"13 minutes and 9 seconds are left in regulation. Tahoe leads Utah 4-3. Draws going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Ryan Orgel took a shot from the slot that Shield made a save on before the timeout. Fans having a good time, and considering the rivalry game that's taking place at Rice-Eccles Stadium, an outstanding Saturday night crowd. Logan Nelson will take the draw against Utah's Cole Gallant. Gallant, the Western Michigan product, second full year as a pro. Draw won by Tahoe, but the linesman Colin Kleinendorf says, my bad, let's do it again. Cholach had the puck on the right side, and he was thinking about shooting it. So we'll have the draw over again. Nelson for Tahoe and Gallant for Utah. Logan Nelson has really killed the Grizzlies over the years. He's got 2 assists tonight. Nelson had a hat trick in Game 4 of the Mountain Division Finals in 2022. Tahoe wins the draw. Cholach fires away, and it goes wide as Yoon over in the near corner gets to Gallant, who taps to Aragon along the near boards. Grizzlies skate from right to left. Aragon pushes ahead looking for Gallant. Gallant couldn't reach it as Kapchek skates around his net, drops it for Cholach as he collides with Aragon. Another Night Monster takes over the puck, skates towards the near side. Gallant takes a spill. Luke Adam, the Tahoe captain, their first ever captain, as Tahoe's an expansion team, gets out to center ice. Loggins has played a good game, steps over the line, left point. Shot is blocked away by Yoon's skate. Yoon gets the puck on the far side to push it to center ice. Tahoe, as a tap off the stick, it goes deep into the Night Monsters zone. Grizzlies make a line change 7.5 minutes into the third period. Tahoe surveys, they have a 4-3 lead about 8 minutes into the third period. Tahoe to the near side, pass connects to Jones. He'll loft it to center ice, and McGrew dumps it in from neutral ice. Fairbrother runs it down. He gets it poked away by Newell. Racing after it and getting it behind the net is Shear. He'll get it to Fairbrother far side. He'll nudge it ahead to Armstrong. Armstrong over center ice. He'll dump it into the far corner. Armstrong gets after it. Orgel took it away from him. Over to the far corner. Puck ahead to Newell. Patrick's his first name. He gets to neutral ice. He gets taken down by Fitz at center ice. Puck across the Shearer near side. Soft pass to Armstrong connects. Armstrong trying to get to the corner. Tahoe hustles after it, and they'll ice the puck as the whistle blows with 11:40 left in the third. Draw's going to be the near side. Luke Manning will take the draw. He's got Messner over his left shoulder, and Lebster over in the slot. Up top is Jensen and Dunn. Draw won by Tahoe. They lead 4-3. They'll pitch it out to center ice as Robbins, who scored his first pro goal, battles with Dunn. Dunn throws it to the Tahoe line, and Tahoe feeds it back to the Utah line where it's taken by Jensen. Across to Dunn. Back to Jensen down the middle. Jensen feeds it a hot pass that connects to Lebster. Lebster steps over the line. He gets knocked down. He lost his balance. No call as Dunn around the net. Lebster hustling after it. He holds on to a Night Monster. Tahoe brushes ahead. It's kept in by Jensen. Now Tahoe will force it back into the Grizzlies zone, and it's going to be icing on Tahoe with 11 minutes and 3 seconds left in the third. So a couple good shifts by the Grizzlies forwards, just trying to get some offensive zone time and a little bit of momentum. Grizzlies get Briley Wood out there with Aragon and Gallant. I don't want to be a broken record, but great to have Aaron Aragon back. Briley Wood's got a point in 3 of his last 4 games. As fans are talking it over the rivalry game, they'll be watching that after this one ends. 9 minutes into the third, Tahoe wins the draw, tried to loft it out. Aragon kept it in. Everybody stopped skating as they believe that Aragon either had a hand pass or whatnot. Right wing pass looking for Callan, one of the heroes for Tahoe. He couldn't reach it. And icing is on the Night Monsters. And I mentioned Rapid City with Callan. He was a member of Rapid City, played a couple games against the Grizzlies a few years ago. Callan played in 4 games with Rapid City in the 2020-21 season. Pucks and pups here tonight. A lot of dogs in attendance. And we got a good Saturday night crowd. Hopefully by the end of the game, we'll give you the attendance total. Gallant will take the draw. 10:44 left in the third. Tahoe leads 4-3 as they have scored 3 unanswered. Got 2 different instances in this game where a team has scored 3 unanswered. Utah had 3 unanswered first period goals. They had a 3-1 lead after one. Tahoe's responded with 3 unanswered. Off the draw, right wing lefty shot saved by Miskew in his pro debut. Boy, puck scored it to Aragon right off the Grizzlies face-off win. Aragon fired away, but Miskew made the save and controlled the rebound. Dylan Miskew's played a pretty good game for Tahoe. 6'1", 174 pounds. He just signed with the Night Monsters earlier this week. Same teams tomorrow afternoon. 3:10 will be the face-off time. Hope to see you here. Gallant wins the draw. Aragon throws up top to Yoon, who swings and misses. The puck went between his legs. Dashke races after it. He'll throw it to the near side. Aragon brushes back to Neutrice. Stanek will drop it back into the Tahoe zone across to Kapchek on the right side. Rink wide feed will bounce off a Tahoe skate. Wood tried to dump it in horizontally, but it squirts into the Tahoe bench. 10:23 is left in the third. Draw's going to be at center ice. Some of the stars for Tahoe. It's been a very balanced attack by the Knight Monsters. Goals by 4 different players. Logan Nelson does have 2 assists. Cameron Buell will take the center ice face off. He's got Fitz to his right and Armstrong to his left. Up top is Shearer and Fairbrother. Grizzlies win the draw. Shearer gets it poked away. Pinard skates towards the right side. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Shield. Rebound goes towards the end boards. Fairbrother and Pinard get there about the same time. Hacking away is Barrett Hughes. He's with Shearer. Puck glides towards the far wing boards. And along the top of the wall, as Fairbrother brushes back to the far corner, Beal runs it down. Beal gets pushed in the back. He'll throw it around the net for Shearer. He taps it to Armstrong, who couldn't reach it. Kapchek keeps it in. He'll throw it off the backboards. Hughes gets cut off by Buell. Grizzlies in control of the puck as Fairbrother along the far side gets around a Knight Monster. He'll step over the offensive line, gets it to Buell, who skates towards the far corner. He gets pushed and taken off the puck by Kapchek. Fitz skates after it. He gets hit by Hughes. Buell gets it back and gets to Fitz. Sharp angle shot, saved by Miskew. The right side shot to score! Cameron Buell ties it up at 4. Boy, Buell got the puck. He was Johnny on the spot. Right place in the right time in the right side. Buell gets his first Maverik Center goal and his second as a pro. This crowd is electric here as Cameron Buell, my pick to click, comes through for Utah. Fitz was over in the far corner, took a sharp-angled shot, bounced off either Miskew or the side of the net, and Buell got the rebound and put it away from the right wing. So Cameron Buell scored stick side on Miskew. Fitz the only one with an assist, 10:26 into the third. As we've got a good one here at Maverik Center. Dashke over to the left wing for Messner. He dumps it in, but it's icing as Messner never got a piece of it. 9:22 left in the third. That's a big goal for Cameron Buell. And for Dylan Fitz, he gets his second assist of the year. Tahoe's outshot Utah 29-26. Grizzlies have 4 more goals in each of the 3 home games this season. Draw one by Utah. They're in their own zone, skating from right to left. Dashke will bank it off the near boards. Goes to Reed Lepster. Lepster skates over the line, skates horizontally towards the right side. Try to get it to Messner, and it's poked away. Good defensive play by Orgel. He'll feed it to the near corner. Logan Nelson will brush it ahead, and it's going to be icing on Tahoe as the puck knuckles deep into the Grizzlies zone. You runs it down. Arm raised by Colin Kleinendorf's linesman. As we'll go back towards Dylan Miskew for the face-off with an even 9 minutes left in the third. Fans are having a good time here at Maverik Center. An electric crowd, good atmosphere. Don't have the attendance total yet, but it's a pretty good one. Puck lifts high into there. Hits off the video board as the long-distance flight got cut off at center ice. Face-off will be back into the Tahoe zone with 8:55 left in the third. You could hear the puck ricochet off the video board. As I think Colin Kleinendorf is making sure that video board stays upright. It stays above the ice. Gallant will take the draw. He's got Aragon and Wood out there. That's been a good forward line tonight. Draw one by Tahoe. As they'll push it towards the point, it hits a stanchion and wobbles to center ice. Dashke will drive it back in. Miskew has a glance off his stick towards the near corner. Run down by Gallant. He battles behind the net. Tahoe pitches it back to the near corner. Knight Monsters run it down. Jones gets held up by Wood on his side. Now Jones breaks free. Steps over the line. High slot. Lefty shot is blocked by Yoon. Stick, and it flies out of play with 8:32 left in the third. There'll be an offensive zone draw. You can hear some dogs barking in the background here on Pucks and Pups night. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. Fans entertaining themselves on the video board. And considering ticket prices are very affordable, this is the place to be here at Maverik Center all season long as the Grizzlies celebrate their 30th season of professional hockey here in the Salt Lake Valley. Buell will take the face off. He tied it up a few minutes ago. Knight Monsters win the draw. They'll skate around the net. McGrew around Utah's net, dance around. Puck bounced off a stick. McGrew runs it down in the far corner. He's on the left side. Righty shot goes wide. And the puck glides along the near boards to neutral ice. Patrick Newell runs it down. He skates back into his own zone. Hot pass connects to Trulach. Blue line to blue line feed. Tahoe says it got redirected, but it didn't. And icing is on the Knight Monsters with 8:10 left in the third. It's been a very balanced attack by the Grizzlies. You know, both teams don't necessarily have that many players with a multiple-point game. Dashke and Messner have 2 assists for Utah. Logan Nelson has 2 assists for Tahoe. But kind of like the last 2 home games, really what it's been for the Grizzlies. Outside of Neil Shea, who's up in the AHL now, everybody's contributing on both sides. It's been a very good game, even though the Icemen played tricks. Off the draw, Messner, left side shot is blocked. Tahoe will throw it into the bench area. Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, flinches. I think it ended up in Tahoe's bench. I don't think I've seen Colin Lee move that quickly in years. Puck ended up in the bench area. I think it hit into Tahoe's bench, but Colin Lee had to jump out of the way. Ryan Kanaswich, the Grizzlies head coach, in a light blue tie, white shirt, and not quite a navy blue jacket, but pretty close to it. Kanaswich and Horn, the 2 sharpest-looking coaches in the league. Draw won by Utah. They're in the attack zone left side. Messner lefty shot saved by Miskew. Rebound goes to Tahoe, who clears it all the way to the Utah line. Scherer gallops after it. He gets the puck. He's on the near side. Rink-wide feed connects near the Grizzlies bench to Lebster, who moves it across to Fairbrother. Backhand pass to Messner connects. Messner tried to start to Manning. He got a stick lifted. Now to the right side. Sharp angle shot saved by Miskew. That was taken by Fairbrother over near the far corner. Miskew holds on with 7:41 left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 4, Knight Monsters 4, 7:41 left in the third. People are dancing to HOTTOGO like it's the YMCA, kind of that same arm motions. That might become a thing. YMCA has been played at Maverik Center for as long as it's been in existence. Fitz right wing shot saved by Miskew. We get a whistle as there was a lot of action out in front of the net after Utah won a draw. Fitz skated towards the far corner, kind of on a sharp angle, hoping for a rebound. Kind of a quick whistle. As well, there was a lot of traffic. It's been a hard-working forward line that's on the ice now. Buell taking the face-off with Armstrong and Fitz. Scherer and Fairbrother have played a lot of minutes here in the third period. That's a defensive pairing Ryan Kanaswich and Christian Horn can certainly rely on. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Fitz skates towards the far corner. Another sharp angle gets blocked. Now Fitz keeps the puck, skates around the net. He's now on the near side, feathers it out in front, and it bounced off a stick. Armstrong over to Buell. He's at the far goal line. Sharp angle shot, saved by Miskew. Boy, Armstrong was trying to redirect the Buell shot. Miskew is able to gather it and hold on. Boy, it's interesting. Grizzlies have taken a few of those sharp angled shots there from the far corner. It's not necessarily that they're hoping for a goal there. Maybe they saw something in the scouting report on Miskew. But it's almost like you're looking for a rebound. After all, Utah's tying goal was scored on a rebound as the original shot was taken by Fitz, and then Buell put it away from the right side. 7 minutes, 20 seconds left in the third period. We're still tied at 4. Utah wins the draw. Wood shot saved by Miskew. Rebound. And Tahoe throws to the far corner. Now up top to Yoon. Across the Dashke. Left side, lefty shot. Save. Rebound shot. And that one didn't get much on it. Now left side, Dashke shot is blocked by Kapchek. Dashke tried to center to bounce off a body. Yoon on the right side fakes a shot. He'll drop it as Gallant tried to push it back towards Yoon. Puck hit by the opposite Gallant, who somehow tried to keep it in, but he got hit by Adam and had to duck out of the way. Grizzlies back across the line. Aragon to Wood. Back to Dashke. One-timer saved by Miskew. Dashke got a lot on the one-timer and just fired it into the body of Miskew, who gathered it around the Knight Monsters logo on the front of his jersey. 6:47 left in the third period, and the Grizzlies have all sorts of momentum as they have got the Knight Monsters on their heels. Since Buell scored that goal to tie it up, Grizzlies have almost exclusively been in the offensive zone. And that goal was scored 9:26 in. So that was about 3 minutes ago or so. Draw won by Tahoe behind the net, trying to locate it is Tabakin. Grizzlies met Messner challenges. He'll feed it to Manning in the near corner. Manning gets held up by Orgel as now Messner joins the play. Lepster comes out of the pile with the puck, tried to force it out in front. It bounced off a Knight Monster back to Lepster. Lepster trying to get to Messner. Tahoe gets a stick in the way. They'll throw it to the left point. Dashke keeps it in and fires it to the end boards. Manning loses his balance, tries to keep his feet. He gets pushed by Orgel. 2-on-2 scrum in the near corner as Manning gets it jammed away by Hughes. Bear Hughes will push it ahead. Simon Pinard, or make that Simon Pinard. And Simon throws to the far side. His first name is spelled Simon. And they got to play a game of Simon Says. Grizzlies skate over the line as Lepster gets back checked and got the puck taken away from him. Puck to center ice. Stepping over the offensive line is Sloan Stanek. He'll dump it all the way in. Now behind the net, Tahoe feeds it out in front. It bounced off the side of the net. Boy, it would have been a great look there by Newell as Jones is trying to feed him a pass. Grizzlies over the offensive line. Buell skates to the right side, skates out, take a shot. He scores! Cameron Buell gives the Grizzlies a 5-4 lead. Oh, this crowd's going nuts at Maverik Center as Cameron Buell dazzles the crowd. He scores back-to-back goals to give Utah a 5-4 lead. Buell scored 10:26 in. He got a pass, skated to the right side, just kind of forced his way in and got it past Miskew. Fans are having a good time with 5:40 left in the third. Utah leads 5-4 as Cameron Buell has scored 2 third-period goals. Buell with the goal, Fitz with the assist. Fitz assisted in both the Buell's third-period goals. Puck deep into the Grizzly zone. Utah chasing after it. As the Grizzly goes down along the end boards, and that's Jensen. Cap check around the net. To the far side, drops it for Adam near goal line. Adam gets it brushed away by Gallant. Gallant avoids Logan's check. Grizzlies on the attack. 2-on-2. Aragon over the line. Skates towards the near corner. Fires a sharp angled shot, and it's sticked away by Miskew. Dunn back to Aragon on the far side. Back up top, left point for Dunn. 5:05 left in the third period. Utah leads 5-4. Grizzlies have been outstanding offensively here at home this season. Wood trying to get up top for Dunn. It's taken away by Tahoe. Center ice, Loggins 2-on-2 over the center ice line. Now the Monsters over the offensive line as they lose it back to center ice. Jones dumps it back in. Dunn chases after it. Tahoe gets back to the right side. Orgel with a shot, and it's blocked by Manning. As Tahoe in the attack zone over the right side. Tabakin with a shot. That's blocked. Shearer to the right side, and he'll sky it deep into the Knight Monster zone. Tahoe pushes ahead. Jones over the offensive line. Dangles with the puck high slot, trying to get to the left side. Tahoe gets a shot kicked away by Shield, and the puck deflects out of play. 4 minutes and 16 seconds left in regulation. We'll find out how this one ends in 1 minute. Cameron Buell scored 2 third-period goals as Utah leads 5-4. It's the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab tires.
Why is Jerry Seiner the #1 Kia store in the Salt Lake region? Selection. Shop over 50 new Kia Sorrentos with savings up to $4,500 off at Jerry Seiner Kia, Salt Lake.
4 minutes and 16 seconds left in regulation. It's been the Cameron Buell third period show. He scored 10-26 into the third period with Fitz getting the assist. Fitz also got the assist on Buell's goal that Utah's hoping is the game winner, 14-20 into the third. Draws in the Grizzlies zone. It's won by Tahoe. They'll fire it to the far corner as Fairbrother throws it back towards Lebster. He gets challenged by Pinard, and the puck goes into the Tahoe zone. Racing after it, near side. Tahoe will brush it back to neutralize. Shearer pitches towards Manning. Goes back towards Johnson for Tahoe. He'll get to center ice as Barrett Hughes crosses center ice. No backhand it. Stays it. Neutralize. Hughes overskates it. Armstrong dumps it in. He'll chase after it in the near corner as he closes the gap on Johnson quickly. Hughes to the near side. Gets the neutralize. He gets cut off by Buell's on hat trick watch. Grizzlies had one hat trick last year, and that was Dylan Fitz. Tahoe behind the net as they'll roll it to the far side. It tapped off of the stick of Fitz, who's got 2 third-period assists. Fitz at neutralize, gets it back. They'll throw it around Johnson. Fitz gets it back. Stares to Armstrong. Shot saved by Miskew. As Armstrong towards the far side, while Fitz with a beautiful pass that got a little bit of air under it, and it was batted by Armstrong. Armstrong gets held up by Kapchek. 3:10 and counting left in the third. Time can't run fast enough on Utah's side. Hughes backhands it. It's batted about chest high. Now Hughes forces it out to neutralize. Gathered by Hume. Rink wide feet connects to Dashke. Dashke over to the left side. Utah looking for insurance. Dashke to Gallant. Back to Dashke left side. Tried to center it out in front. It bounced off the Tahoe ankle. Pass to Nelson off the near boards. Nelson couldn't run it down. Aragon gets there and brushes to the near corner. Hume pokes it to Gallant. Gallant pitches to center ice. Orgel is there for Tahoe. Problem plays for Tahoe. Aragon dumps it in from neutral ice. Grizzlies make a change behind him. 2.5 minutes left in the third period. Puck off the end boards. Slides slowly towards Miskew, who covers up. Utah will have an offensive zone draw with 2:29 left in the third. Draws in the near side. Manning will take it. And it looks like it's won after a couple seconds by Utah. Messner, wraparound shot saved by Miskew. 2:20 and counting left in the third. Tahoe out to center ice, 3-on-2 if they want it. Pinard over the line, trying to drop her for Hughes. He gets challenged by Manning, right side. Hughes' shot is saved by Scheel, and he holds on with 2:10 left in the third. As Hughes took a low liner that kind of bounced off of Scheel's pad, and he was able to gobble it about shoulder high. The net for Tahoe is empty. 2:10 left in the third. Smoke him if you got him. Timeout called by Alex Lowe, the Tahoe head coach. Lowe, the former Adirondack Thunder coach. He spent half of last season as the head coach of the Savannah Ghost Pirates. He was the interim coach the final half of the season. Brian Kanaswich talking things over with his unit. This is the time of game where on both sides you find out who the coach trusts the most, because those will be the guys that will be on the ice. For the Grizzlies, there's quite a few defensemen that they trust, but Fairbrother and Shearer have really played outstanding. Dashke and Yoon have also played a good game. Looks like Fairbrother and Shearer will probably be out there. The forward line that's gotten the job done, even though in the third period it's been Buell, Fitz, and Armstrong. The first 2 periods it was dominated by Manning, Messner, and Lebster. Looks like that's going to be the forward line for Utah. Manning's taken a lot of the key faceoffs for the Grizzlies, and I imagine that's going to be the case here. 6-on-5, Tahoe's net is empty. Knight Monsters with some of their big guns. Jones has a goal tonight. Simon Pinard. He's out there. Patrick Newell. Let's see who takes the face-off. I think it's going to be Bear Hughes. Smoke him if you got him. 2:10 left in the third. Hughes will take the draw for Tahoe against Luke Manning. Linesman Colin Kleinadorf drops the puck. Manning sits on the puck for a little bit on one knee. Coming out with his Hughes. Hughes along the near goal line. Cyrus out in front. Shot is sticked away by Shield. Webster loses his balance. Puck to the left point. Hughes down the middle. Righty shot. Kick save. Rebound shot. And that one goes wide. Manning clears it out. Great job by the Grizzlies in front of the crease. Building a wall. No icing. 1:45 left in the third. Utah's up 5-4. Hughes gets to neutralize. Right side. Gets it across. Tahoe trying to get towards Newell. He couldn't reach it. On a pass from Sloan Stanek over to the far side. Tahoe up top as Chulach feeds it to Pinard. Back to Chulach. He's in the high slot. He'll direct it to Sloan Stanek. Stanek feeds it to the far goal line for Newell. Back to Stanek. Left side. Stanek. He'll take a lefty shot, and it's blocked by Armstrong. Stanek keeps it back. He's in the far corner. He feeds up top to Chulach, who directs it to the right side for Pinard. One-timer, kick save by Schul. Grizzlies couldn't clear it out. Chulach kept it in. He'll get to the left side. Lefty shot goes wide. That was taken by Stanek. Can Chulach keep the line? He can't. Dylan Fitz races to center ice. He's on an empty net. Fitz fires towards the net, and he scores! And his baby's in the refrigerator as Dylan Fitz gets his first of the year, and the Grizzlies are taking a 6-4 lead. Oh, inject this Grizzlies magic directly in my veins as Cameron Buell scored 2 big third-period goals, and Dylan Fitz with great hustle adds the empty netter. Fitz with an unassisted goal, 19:01 into the third. What a gutsy effort by the Grizzlies as Fitz won a one-on-one battle along the boards, threw it to the right side, raced down, got it at about the Tahoe line. Net was empty. Buell was towards the slot. Fitz might have thought about getting Buell a pass for his hat trick, as back in net is Miscue. It's going to be icing on Utah with 49.1 seconds left. So Fitz with 3 third-period points, 2 assists, and that empty netter, 19:01 in. So we talked about the first 2 periods, Manning, Messner, and Webster. Here in the third period, that forward line of Armstrong, who blocked a shot when the net was empty, Fitz and Buell. That's a combination that have gotten the job done for Utah. As it's a 6-4 game, 48 seconds left. Some of the fans are heading for the exits. Boy, Tahoe, while the net was empty and it was only a 1-goal game, they had some good looks. Grizzlies have been outstanding offensively. They scored 5 goals in one game and 4 in the other against Allen. They have 6 here tonight. Tahoe wins the draw. Loggins dance around just outside the right circle. Now back up top. Now he gets to Loggins. Right side. Lefty shot. Glove saved by Shield. Shield so far tonight has saved 31 of 35. For a lot of fans, it's their first hockey game tonight. Boy, they've seen a good one. Gallant will take the draw against Logan Nelson. Over in the right circle of the Grizzly zone. Draw goes into the near corner. Yoon will throw it along the wall. Aragon gets cut off by one of the linesmen, and the puck squirts all the way to the Tahoe line as Tahoe's net's empty again with 28 seconds left. Luke Adam, 90 NHL games to his credit, mostly with Buffalo. Gets the Grizzlies ice and dumps it in as Dashke skates around the net. 17 seconds left. Over to Yoon, to Aragon. He's at the Utah line. He'll push it ahead. It bounced off the chest of Kapchek. 10 seconds left, and the fans head to their feet as Tahoe will race into the attack zone. Fans count down. High slot. Righty shot is saved by Shield, and that will do it. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win 6-4, and there was no doubt about it as Cameron Buell scored 2 big third-period goals, and Dylan Fitz added an empty netter. Fitz had a point in all 3 third-period goals with 2 assists, and he clinched it with the empty netter with 59 seconds left in regulation. Adam Shield was solid in net. He stopped 30 of 34. And the fans head home happy. It was an outstanding Saturday night crowd here in the series opener. Not sure what the number is, but the Grizzlies fans head home happy. As the Grizzlies got 2 assists from Derek Dashke and Mick Messner. Luke Manning and Reed Lebster added goals. And what an effort as the Grizzlies thank their great fans for the support tonight. Utah is now 2-1 here on Maverik Center ice. And overall, they are 4-2. The Grizz have won 4 of their last 5. And for Tahoe in their first road game as a franchise, they come away with the loss. Their record falls to 3-2-1. Great effort by the Grizzlies tonight as every line contributed. And that forward line of Cameron Buell, Dylan Fitz, and Craig Armstrong came up big when the Grizzlies needed it the most. It was a gut check third period effort, and the Grizzlies came away with the victory. We'll come back and have the 3 stars as well as the post-game report as everybody heads home happy. Final score tonight is the Utah Grizzlies 6 and the Tahoe Knight Monsters 4. This is the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, breathe in. Now watch your speed and breathe out. Good. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires.
3 stars of the game. Luke Manning is the 3rd star. He scored a first period goal. He got the first goal for Utah tonight. He was a +2. He had 2 shots and won a lot of key face-offs. Luke Manning played a strong 2-way game. He's the 3rd star. Number 2 star is Dylan Fitz, who had 1 goal and 2 assists, all of them coming in the 3rd period. He had a +2 and had 4 shots. The number 1 star is Cameron Buell, who scored the game winner 14-20 into the 3rd with Fitz getting the assist. Buell tied it up 10-26 into the 3rd from Fitz and Fairbrother, and Buell won it 14-20 into the 3rd. And then Fitz obviously added the insurance empty netter 19:01 into the 3rd as Cameron Buell happened to be my pick to click. I guess I win tonight. He had a +2 and took 4 shots. Cameron Buell is the pick to click winner. He's also the number 1 star of the night as Utah comes away with the victory. They are now 2-1 at home. And, it was a great crowd here at Maverik Center. Not sure what the attendance number is, but I'm guessing it was about 5,500 when you consider what's going on locally with BYU facing Utah in a football game. Boy, outstanding crowd here. They were in it throughout. Just a little bit of everything happened tonight. And for the Grizzlies to come away with the 2 standings points, it's always a cliche when you say, hey, that's a character win. But for the Grizzlies, they really had to dig deep. And I do think Tahoe is going to be a good team this year. They've got a lot of talented forwards. Grizzlies had to dig deep, and they earned the victory. As Buell scored 2 goals from the right wing tonight, and the Grizzlies come away with a 2-goal victory. Well, if you joined us late, Tahoe actually scored first tonight. As a minute 50 in, it was Jet Jones who found the back of the net. The original shot was taken by Ryan Orgel from the right point, bounced off a shield. Jones got the rebound and put it away. A minute 50 in, Patrick Newell and Ryan Orgel picked up the assists. Luke Manning got Utah on the board, 3:29 in. He was the 3rd star of the game. Manning got his first of the year. He also has 6 assists this season, which coming into play tonight actually led all league rookies. Derek Dashke and Mick Messner picked up the assists. It stayed a 1-1 tie for quite a while. 15:25 into the first. Brian Yoon fired a shot from the right point into traffic, and it found the back of the net. Dashke and Cade Nilsson with the assists. And for Nilsson, that's his first professional assist, and this is 3rd game in a Utah uniform. Grizzlies extended the lead a minute and 18 seconds later as James Shearer was on the left side, centered it to Lebster. Pass went tape to tape. Shearer to Lebster to the back of the net as he scored glove side past Miskew and gave Utah a 3-1 lead, 16:43 in. Mick Messner also picked up his second first period assist. So even though Tahoe outshot Utah 16-9 in the first period, it was the Grizzlies that had a 3-1 lead. Tahoe responded with 3 unanswered, including 2 in the second period. Troy Loggins scored unassisted, 5:13 in. Dashke tried to close the gap. Loggins with a nice backhand attempt that got past Scheel. And then about 5 minutes later, 10:50 in, Nate Callan tied it up as Logan Nelson was along the near board, centered it to Callan, who was cutting towards the net. Pass went tape to tape, and Callan scored. It was actually a very similar play to how Webster scored in the first period. Callan got his first in a Tahoe uniform and tied it up 10:50 into the second. The score was tied at 3 after 2 periods. Utah outshot Tahoe 12-9 in the second period. Adam Robbins scored what we believe is his first professional goal, 4:47 into the third. It was on an odd man rush. Robbins scored from the left wing. He played his college hockey at Princeton. The Ivy Leaguer had 11 goals in 30 games last year. In the last 3 years at Princeton, Robbins had 21 goals. And he scored 4:47 into the third to give the Knight Monsters a 4-3 lead. Kafuk and Nelson with the assists. Grizzlies tied it up 10:26 into the third. Fitz took a shot from the right wing. It bounced off either the side of the net or off a miscue. And over in the right circle, Cameron Buell was Johnny on the spot. He got the rebound. He was all alone and fired away as it got past miscue to tie it up. Time at goal 10:26. And we mentioned Fitz picked up an assist. The captain, Gianni Fairbrother, also got an assist. Fairbrother was a +2 tonight and had the one assist to tie it up 10:26 into the third. The game-winning goal was scored by Cameron Buell, 14:20 into the third. Fitz picked up an assist. Buell was just along the right side, just kind of forced his way into the crease. Didn't quite collide with Miscue, but got close to it. And Buell was able to fire it past Miscue. That was 14:20 into the third period, and it turned out to be the game winner with Fitz getting the assist. Tahoe pulled their goaltender with 2 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third period. Tahoe had some good looks for about a minute. And Dylan Fitz, you got to talk about the effort that he had. He was over in the near point, won a one-on-one battle, threw the puck over to the kind of the right point of the Tahoe zone, threw it over there, raced after it, got the puck. Buell was towards the slot. There was a Night Monster that was in the area. So Fitz, I don't think, wanted to force the issue. He just called his own number from the right side and fired away to score his first of the year. He had 21 goals last year. That was unassisted, 19:01 into the third to give Utah some big insurance. They didn't need the insurance as they came away with a 2-goal victory, 6-4 the final. Not that many penalties tonight. Johnson got a delay of game penalty, 7:45 into the first period for Tahoe. And then Collins and Pastorius got a fighting major, 16:58 in. Sloan Stanek got a tripping minor, 1:04 in. So the Grizzlies didn't even have a penalty kill. They didn't commit a single penalty tonight, outside of obviously Pastorius' fighting major with Collins at the same time. So Utah, they went 0-for-2 on the power play. Tahoe didn't have a power play tonight, and that's certainly big. I mean, the Grizzlies, through 5 games, have the last-ranked penalty kill in the league. They played a disciplined game and did a good job staying out of the penalty box this evening. And Tahoe, they've struggled with their penalty kill, but they were successful tonight. The Grizzlies did have 2 power play shots, and both of them came in the third period power play, and that was early in the third as Stanek got the tripping minor, 1:04 into the third. Grizzlies had quite a few players who were a +2 in the rating tonight. Craig Armstrong, Mick Messner, Cameron Buell, Dylan Fitz reach a +2, as was Manning, Lebster, and Fairbrother. So if you break it down, that forward line of Armstrong, Buell, and Fitz reach a +2, and then the forward line of Manning, Lebster, and Messner reach a +2. Those 2 forward lines were outstanding. And, they really did a great job. An even plus-minus rating for the forward line of Wood, Aragon, and Cole Gallant. For the Grizzlies, and I think that, we've been talking about the success they've had offensively at home. In the 2 games against Allen, they had 5 goals one night, and they had 4 in the next. And then they obviously 6 goals here tonight. So 15 goals for the Grizzlies in their first 3 home games. Utah's got a high-powered attack. And even though Neil Shea earlier this week, who has a goal in each of the first 5 games coming into play tonight, he was recalled to Colorado. And, the Avalanche and Eagles have had some injuries among their forwards. So they haven't been able to quite supply the Grizzlies with maybe as many forwards as they have in years past. The Grizzlies have that balanced attack. And quite a few times here in the first 6 games of the season, we've been able to look at, who's been the key contributors. And really for the Grizzlies, the great thing is it's been a team effort. Just about everybody has contributed for the Grizzlies and their victories this year. And that was the case here tonight. And you're going to win a lot of games. Really tonight, you talk about Buell, Fitz, and Armstrong. That was the Grizzlies' third line tonight. How many games a year are you going to win when your third line beats the other team's third line? It's going to happen quite a few. And for the Grizzlies, that might have made the difference tonight. The fact that their third forward line beat Tahoe's third forward line. And tonight that turned out to be the difference. And the Grizzlies, with their forward depth, were able to come away with a victory as they defeat Tahoe in the first ever meeting between the two clubs. The final score 6-4. Well, hopefully we'll have another fun one tomorrow afternoon. Pre-game coverage will begin at 2:50. Face-off will be at 3:10, but we want to see you here at Maverik Center. Go to UtahGrizzlies.com and get your tickets, as we want to see you here, and we want to see a big crowd here on a Saturday night. We still don't have the attendance totals. Actually, we do have them now. 5,416 was the attendance, and it felt every bit of that. And really, when you consider the game downtown, the football game that I'm going to go watch after we're done here, considering that and a few other things here in the Salt Lake Valley, that's a pretty good Saturday night crowd, especially in the month of November. Late second quarter, and if you're a Utes football fan, you must be happy. Late first half, Utah leads BYU 21-10. I lean blue. That's probably why I'm wearing this navy blue tie. I got navy blue pants tonight. I am a BYU football fan, but don't hold it against me. I know there's going to be a lot of people that think less of me knowing that I do root for the blue team. But, Utah lost 4 in a row, but the bye week certainly came at a good time for them. Late first half, Utah leads BYU 21-10. Hey, the Grizzlies NHL affiliate got a win as Colorado got 1 goal and 1 assist from a few different key forwards. They defeat Carolina 6-4. As the Avalanche certainly needed the victory. Rantanen ended up with an empty netter towards the end. Nathan McKinnon had 1 goal and 2 assists. Avalanche get the victory 6-4. And the Nashville Predators get a 4-0 win over the Utah Hockey Club. That'll just about wrap things up here from Maverik Center. As once again, it was Cameron Buell that came up and made the difference as he scored the tying goal. And that was 10:26 into the third period. And then he won it 14-20 into the third. Dylan Fitz assisted on both of the Buell goals. And then Fitz scored unassisted 19:01 into the third period. And hey, by the way, I don't want to brag. Actually, I do. Cameron Buell is my pick to click. So it looks like I come away with a winner in the pick to click contest here tonight. I just had a feeling he was going to have a big one, and he certainly came up huge for the Grizzlies tonight. Well, the fourth and final game of the homestand will be tomorrow afternoon. And get your tickets to Utah Grizzlies Hockey or UtahGrizzlies.com and join us as we continue to celebrate 30 seasons of Utah Grizzlies hockey all year long. Well, that'll wrap things up once again in 2 hours and 32 minutes and in front of a good crowd of 5,416. It was Cameron Buell scoring 2 third-period goals, the game-tying goal as well as the game winner. Dylan Fitz had 3 third-period points. Grizzlies got a victory from Adam Scheel. His record goes to 4-2 on the year. He saved 30 of 34. I'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon. Thanks for joining us. I'm just trying to pursue my dream of reaching the NHL, and hopefully someday I'll get there. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. You've been listening to the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network. Have a good night, everybody.